Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. Welcome, welcome to Better Off Undead. This is a sequel of sorts to that very totally awesome 80s teen comedy movie, Better Off Dead. My name is Chris Hussey. I'm going to be your game master for this evening. And I'm sure around me you see all my fantastic players here as well. Let me talk just really quick about what exactly that we're going to be doing here for the next few hours. Obviously, we're playing a game, so yay on that. This is always good to be doing that. But we're also doing this tonight for charity. And the charity we're playing for tonight is Toys for Tots. And why are we choosing Toys for Tots? In the spirit of the movie, we are choosing Toys for Tots because Christmas. So everybody say it with me, Christmas. How can you donate? If you look down beneath your viewing window here, you should see a link that you can click on, which will take you to the donation site where you can donate. When can you donate? Anytime you want, that's just fine. How much to donate? That's a very good question. Obviously, you don't have to donate anything. We're just happy that you're here. We're happy that you're partaking in this with us and having a good time and hanging out and chat. In the spirit of the film, it'd be nice that we've kind of said that we would like your $2. We want your $2, but for charity this time. But again, if you're just here to watch and enjoy, by all means, please do so. As I mentioned, we are doing this on the Gamers Table Twitch channel. Gamers Table, for those of you who don't know and who are new here, they provide a number of RPG streaming sessions, as well as having a wonderful back library of podcasts, both RPG advice and actual play podcasts as well. So if you haven't already, please, by all means, throw them a follow. If you'd like to subscribe to Gamers Table, please, by all means, do so. I highly encourage you to do that. Note, full disclosure, if you do subscribe, the sub is going to go to the channel and not to the charity. That's a separate donation altogether. So what are we doing here? We're playing Better Off Undead. How are we playing this? We are using the Savage Worlds. If you can see that here, if my camera is keying it out. There we go. We're using the Savage Worlds rule system from Pinnacle Entertainment Group. For those of you who do not know, Savage Worlds is a universal role-playing game system that allows you to play in a variety of genres, from fantasy to science fiction to post-apocalyptic to even 80s teen comedy. So it's, very appropriate for this as well. Pinnacle, in their kindness and generosity, has also given us some gift certificates to give away during the session tonight. So we're going to be giving away one shortly here before we actually start playing. We're going to give away another during our mid-show break, and then we'll give away our final one, which is the big one. That's a $25 one. The other two are $10. We'll be giving away a $25 one at the end of the session. Note that you do have to be present to win, but hopefully this will be entertaining enough that you're just going to stick around for the whole time anyway. So, all right. Game rules, giveaways. Oh, yes. So, the show and the session here tonight generally going to fall into that PG-13 category. There may be some spookiness, some scary imagery described as we play, but generally we're going to stick around into that fun PG-13 area. So there might be a few curse words here, but as long as we keep our shit together, we should be okay. So there we go. All right, that's enough out of me, I think, for right now. I'm going to introduce you or I'm going to actually let my players introduce themselves. From there, so my players, I would ask you to please tell me, of course, who you are, what character you're going to be playing tonight, and then I'm going to have a few questions about your character, which we did not go over beforehand. So feel free to make up whatever kind of answer you want to have in that regard. So is everybody ready? You guys all ready? Wave if you're ready. All right. And you can unmute your mics. because now I'm finally done talking, thankfully, or at least for the most part. So I'm going to go down in how I see you in my Zoom window here. So we're actually going to have Eric go first. And Eric, tell us a little bit about who you are and who you're playing.
Hello, my name is Eric. I am the primary game master for several things on this channel. So if you do end up watching this channel again, or if you've watched this channel before, you know who I am. But for the most part, I am here, and I am playing Roy Stalin. And Roy is, as you know from the movie, has been dethroned from the captaincy of the ski team. So he is currently in this existential crisis of what happens to Roy Stalin now.
Yes, and has Roy retained some of his general douchebaggery that he was well known for? Has any of that, or has some of that just kind of gone away?
Well, he was certainly taken down a peg, but you really can't take the douchebag out of Roy. It's kind of ingrained.
Absolutely. As a bit of a solace, for sure, Roy did get back together with Beth, despite her slight straying that we saw at the end of the movie, because Beth, being the kind of person that she is, seeming to flit to whatever benefits her most, at the time. She is back with you. So how has the relationship between Roy and Beth been going?
Better than ever now that Oscar Mayer is no longer in the picture.
Excellent. Perfect. All right. Thank you very much. All right. Next one down is Savage Steve Holland. Steve, I know I just said your name, but by all means, please introduce yourself and tell us who you are playing.
Well, hi, Chris. I'm Savage Steve Holland. I wrote this stupid movie, which is I'm so grateful that you're all here to watch it, because we just had so much fun making it, and it's such a silly movie. But I'm going to be playing Ricky. Yeah, there it is. And then I'm going to be playing Ricky. And knowing that, I might do some weird things. Is it okay to tell that, Chris? Because I will wear my glasses.
Please
and
do.
Ricky doesn't say much. He's sort of like a little bit of a very mysterious fellow.
He is a mysterious fellow. And when we last found, or at least last saw Ricky in the movie, he was laying on top of his mother, not necessarily by choice, but more by accident.
Yes.
Obviously, because he's still a teen, he's still living with his mom, who, almost blew up. How has their relationship, because they have a very unique relationship, how has that relationship been going, do you think?
Well, actually, he ended up briefly with a new love named Sydney Bifton, who's the girl at the very end that he meets.
Yes, that's right.
And tragically, she recently disappeared very soon after they started dating, because everybody, thinks it was Ricky's mom. We still don't know. Ricky's mom did sue Exxon for blowing up, got a nice settlement, and they moved into a bigger house, but she's still just with Ricky.
All right. But no Sydney, and we don't know what happened to her. You said she's all right. Okay, very good, excellent. All right, next up for me here is Maddie Graham. So Maddie, why don't you go ahead and tell us about yourself?
Yes. Hello, my name is Maddie. Let's see. For Gamers Table, I am a part of the Resting Glitch Face crew. I play Joe, the public disaster and menace. And I also, in my fleeting free time, I do production work for Lost Light Studios. We make video games. So if you're ever interested, please feel free to check us out on Twitter. We are hoping to release a game early next year. And I will be playing Charles DeMar.
Yeah.
Charles DeMar. All right, Roy's erstwhile companion and good friend. So a big question that I have about Charles is, during the entire movie, Charles, certainly the implication was there over and over and over again that Charles did a lot of drugs. But yet, during the entire movie, we never saw him actually doing any actual drugs. Everything that he was inhaling and doing was not necessarily drug. So my question is, in the time from the movie to when this takes place, has Charles actually tried drugs, or is he still engaging in the behavior that he was doing in the movie?
I think that he probably almost got weed once, but I think somebody gave him oregano instead. So I think that the worst thing that he's been doing to his body recently is he's been snuffing pickle juice. That's his new thing. He loves it.
Excellent. All right. Love it. Okay. And you've also been hanging out, of course, doing a lot of stuff with Charles's brother. And a bit of an exclusive, we know the name of Charles's brother. And I don't want to take that away from you, Maddie. So why don't you tell us what Charles's brother's name actually is?
Yes. Drum roll, please. We don't have drums, but his brother is the fateful Laurel DeMar.
Laurel DeMar. Excellent. All right. Okay, and that then leaves us, last but not least, here with Diane Franklin. So Diane, please again reiterate your name and tell us who you'll be playing tonight.
Bonjour, I am Diane Franklin. I am not French, but maybe I am. You don't know because I'm full of surprises. I am playing Monique Genot, which during the film I have always said Monique Genet, but it's spelled Genot. My character is French, if you cannot tell, but I also speak like this, English. I have lots of secrets, and my secret is I do actually speak English. I speak very good English. But I also, I am still dating Lane. And Lane, I've been teaching him so much because he doesn't really know a lot. So, I mean, I taught him how to fix a car. We did eventually go to a baseball game together. We went to see these Dodgeball, the Brooklyn Dodgeball, right? This is what they call them.
Yes,
And,
that's right. Even though there was in Los Angeles, but yes.
Exactly. This is what it is. What is why I come to America, and this is this. We are still going out, but Lane is he is actually visiting colleges, and I'm by myself. So I'm hanging out by myself. I'm doing a lot of skiing and fixing cars. But every once in a while, that Ricky, oh my gosh, like I just catch him like in different places, like looking for me, and I'm
he's still stalking you then is
he's still stalking me, which is really like, I mean, it's just really hard because, I do my best. I just try to like be really polite, it's very nice. I try to be polite, but you never know, I have to be very good. So sometimes then I just pretend I don't understand what he's saying. Sometimes I don't understand.
And that's still working. So that's good.
It's very good. Yeah.
Nice.
So, so I come in and out of my French. Sometimes I say things in French that nobody understands. Comment allez-vous? Très bien. French fries. Jacques Cousteau, I don't know.
Perfect. All right. Excellent. Okay. Before we get started, obviously we're playing Savage Worlds, and in Savage Worlds, we have things called bennies, which are, I'll put this in front of my face so it can be kind of seen. These are chips that allow for a variety of things to kind of influence the story, from re-rolling dice to maybe improving your initiative card, which is something we'll get to possibly later, and well as possibly even influencing the story a little bit. But I think we have everything out of the way, so we can actually start playing the game. Whoa. You guys all ready?
No.
No? All right. Well, then actually, that means that's the best time to start when you're not ready. So this is good. All right. So we kind of alluded to it a little bit here, but it has been approximately almost a year, not quite. It's really more right around maybe about 10 months or so. It's right around Halloween. It's mid to late October that the events are taking place here. And you've talked a little bit about how things have advanced for each of you individually. And we open up on a shot of the school here in Greendale, and the camera kind of follows through a little bit. It's got a little bit of motion to it as it goes, and it kind of pushes into the entrance to the school. And we're in a hallway, and we can see various students walking and milling about, and definitely it is obvious as we kind of pass by student after student. You can tell the strict social castes that each of these student groups belong to. being that this is, in the mid 80s or so. And the camera kind of makes its way through the hallways of Greendale High School, and it turns a corner and comes in through the kitchen in the lunchroom. And you can see everybody's kind of busy working there because it's Friday, and right now it is lunch period here at school. And it goes through, and in the kitchen, you see, of course, the variety of workers. There's a few other people hanging out in here as well, which maybe don't necessarily look like they belong, but the camera doesn't linger on them too long. And then eventually goes out through where they're distributed the food and into the main cafeteria. And in here is a good chunk of the student body, including the four of you. And you're all currently sitting at your own respective group tables, whatever that might be, and with your people of your various friend groups. And you're all kind of minding your own business, eating lunch. It's because, like I said, it's Friday. It's the day before the big Monster Ski Festival. And the Monster Ski Festival is this annual event that occurs in Greendale every year. And it's a big event where the entire town kind of turns out. They go up onto the mountain, and there are all kinds of team and group activities. There's skiing competitions, there's snowmobile competitions, and just a variety of things. And it's kind of a way for the community to really kind of kick off the fall and into winter season. And the camera kind of settles and it finishes on this wide shot, and we can see the entire group that is in there eating, doing their thing. And while everybody's enjoying the extra brownie that lunch lady Doris has handed out with your food today, the door is open on the lunchroom, and in walks Chris Cremens. And she, of course, as always, is flanked in this semicircle by the basketball team. And she walks in through into the cafeteria and kind of stops and stands like right in the center. And she starts to speak, but everybody continues to talk around her and laugh and do everything. And once again, she says something, but you can't quite hear or make out, or you're just flat out ignoring her as she's trying to speak. And we see a look on her face. She gets this very, very frustrated look on her face. And then she looks up and around to the basketball team members, of who we can only see at this point just being from the shoulders down. And they, in this kind of chorus, they grunt. They just do this. And like that, everybody immediately stops talking. And it becomes just perfectly silent. And Chris says, "Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Hi, everyone. I'm Chris Cremens. As you know, I am the school liaison for the Monster Ski Festival. And I know," and she gestures around everybody, "I know you're all going to be there. It starts tonight, of course. So after school, we're all heading up there. I just wanted to give you a couple of notes just about things that are happening, because that's just kind of what I have to do." And she looks up, and one of the ball players produces a clipboard for her, and she looks down at it and taps it, and she says, "Okay, so first and foremost, very important, there will be snow. I know that it's been very warm lately, but Vince, the resort's owner, has apparently brought in a bunch of snow machines, and they've been pumping out snow 24/7. I guess they've even brought in like an additional crew or something to help out. I don't know. They've been walking all around here. I've seen them in suits or whatnot. But anyway, they've been pumping out snow, so there will be plenty of snow. So yay, we'll be able to actually do things. So that's good. So that's the one major important thing. And the second thing," and she kind of looks around, and Roy, she looks at you briefly, and then she looks back down at her clipboard, and she says, "Unfortunately, because of the warm conditions, there can't be any random K-12 skiings, okay? You can't go on the K-12. Now, Roy, I know that you were humiliated last year by Lane. And Lane, I think he's gone, right? Is he gone? He's not here right now. But yeah, I know that you were utterly humiliated by Lane, and because he skied down there on one ski and you couldn't. But there's this group called like OSHA or Ocean or something. I think it was Ocean, which is weird because it's dealing with a mountain, so I don't really know why they're called Ocean. But anyway, they have said no skiing on the K-12 in case there's an avalanche. Nobody wants an avalanche because that might ruin the festival. So Roy, please don't. No, you don't need to prove yourself. Okay. All right.
Roy just sets his guitar to the side and just kind of shakes his head.
There we go. That's the kind of team spirit we're looking for here. Okay. All right. So everybody's all excited and good to go and ready? Great. We'll see you all. And she doesn't even wait for you to bother to respond to that at all. She goes, we'll see you all after class up on the mountain. And she looks back around up at the basketball team, and they once again do this chorus of grunts, and they just, and then just like that, everybody picks back up their conversation. And as they walk out, the bell rings in the cafeteria, signaling the end of lunch and the start of your next class. So from there, we fade to the four of you standing in gym class. And you're all changed, you're all in the gym. And the coach or the gym instructor, he kind of looks at the lot of you and he says, all right, look, we're just kind of killing time until festival, really. So we're going to play dodgeball. And he just immediately just starts pointing and dividing you all up into teams. And Roy, you get paired with Monique. She ends up on your team. And then Ricky, you end up with Charles on your team. And the two sides kind of separate out. Okay. So here we go. We're going to do our first actual skill related thing here. And so we're going to play a little bit of dodgeball.
Just for clarity, Chris,
yes.
When of course Roy was chosen first, right?
Yes.
By whoever was choosing the teams.
Yeah, he picked you as his fingers were going, boom, he was immediately on Roy. And then he was but you could also tell he was kind of doing it in this very nonchalant kind of whatever, he's kind of almost a little bit checked out.
Oh, so the teacher chose they didn't have two people selecting who was going to be on the team.
No, he there was an incident a couple of months ago where somebody started complaining about something because, there was consistently somebody was picked last. I think it was Ricky, he was always picked last or whatever. And for some reason they just changed policy after that point.
All right. So yeah, Roy is complaining about this new policy because obviously he wouldn't have chosen Meyer's frog girlfriend.
Hey, look, Stalin, I'm sorry, man. It's I can't. My hands are tied.
You think that I wanted to be with you? I think you are very wrong. You are lucky to be with me.
There you go.
Just stay out of my way.
The gym teacher didn't take my medical excuse that I usually use. So.
No, he looks at it. He's like, Ricky, Ricky, this is clearly your mother's handwriting. I know your mother's handwriting. I've seen your mother's handwriting countless times. This is not your mother's handwriting. Get over to your side, Smith.
Yeah, get on over here.
Dr. Smith, that's my mom now.
All right. So the you divide up with your various teams, and the two groups here are going to kind of you're going to be doing the skill rolling to see how this all works. So what we're going to do, how we're going to simulate this game is each side basically has 5 points, basically. And on alternating turns, you're going to have someone make an athletics skill roll. So if you look at your skills on your character sheet, you'll see your athletics skill. Everybody has that.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
All right. And so we're going to start with this first round. Savage, you're going to be rolling the athletics skill for your side. And then Diane or Monique, you're going to be rolling the athletics thing for your side. The other players are going to do something in an effort to support the role that you're going to make. So they're actually going to act first. And for you supporting players, and then what will happen is, then we'll do another round and we'll switch. So then Eric, you'll roll, and Maddie, you'll roll. And then you other two will support. When it comes to supporting, you can do a variety of things. For example, just to give you some ideas, you can use your persuasion skill to kind of encourage your teammates to, really get into it and perform. You could use your taunt skill to taunt the other team, which would still end up benefiting your side. You can use your stealth skill if you want to try and help to avoid getting hit by all the various balls as they're being tossed about. Or if you have an idea of your own, by all means, please, be descriptive and argue your case. And then, so we'll do that. We'll make the rolls, and depending on how the rolls shake out, then we deduct points from either side to determine which side is going to end up winning or losing.
Whoa.
Make sense?
I think so. So,
Okay.
So I have a certain skill that nobody else knows what it is, right?
Yeah, you've got something special for you, Ricky. You absolutely do. And you can try and you can absolutely implement that if you'd like. Yes.
I'm going to do it right now and see what
All
happens.
right.
Here we
Okay.
go.
So by all means, so just for those of you who are watching, yeah, Ricky has everybody here in Savage Worlds, of course, they have edges and hindrances, but each one of them has a special ability which falls kind of outside this. And Ricky's ability, people are always very quick to dismiss him, but he always seems to prove them wrong. So Ricky, by all means, please go ahead and you have to make a spirit test. So you want to roll your spirit die, which in this case is a D6.
Yeah. Here I go.
So yeah, click that button.
I am Ricky and I'm going.
All right.
Oh,
Go, Ricky, go.
now I hit it. Let's see. Did it work?
Mon
should've.
Dieu, it did not work on my.
Oh my God. Okay, let me go again. Oh, here
There
it
it
goes.
worked.
Yes.
All right.
right?
So you rolled it. And you.
Most pleased.
Oh, okay. So hold on. All right. I see. So it came through. Oh, it came through twice. It just took a little while to come through.
Wow.
All right. So we're going to take, all right. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take the first roll and which was a failure because you need a 4 in Savage Worlds, at least a 4 to be a success. Now, if you want, Savage, you could spend one of your bennies and you could re-roll, and then we could take that second roll that you clicked.
Yeah, I want to do my bennies, man.
All right. So we're going to spend a benny, put that off to the side. You already rolled it that second time, so
Yeah.
let's take that.
That's exactly right. Thank
What's
you.
that?
Mother will be most pleased.
Yes, she will. And so you on that second roll, you rolled a 10, which is not only a success, but it's a success with a raise, which means on your next 5 rolls that you make, Ricky, you're going to get a +3.
Whoa.
And I'll make a little note of that. So we'll mentally add that in. All right, nicely done.
Thank you.
Okay,
Chris, do me a
All
favor
right.
and do a test roll. I want to make sure I'm getting the graphics.
you bet, sir.
And yeah, I do not see
There we
any
go.
graphics, by the way.
Okay. And yeah, because I didn't see. All right, so mine came through.
Yeah, maybe you need to enable.
Let me see. Well, we've already, everybody else's 3D dice should already be working, right? Because we got that.
I see the die came up.
Yeah.
How about everybody do a test roll?
Here we go.
Yep, there's
That's Monique. That is me.
Monique.
No, I don't see any
Yep. There they go.
game in the background. Just letting you know.
Right. Yeah. It's just we're just got a black screen so the dice can pop easy and
Got it.
everyone can see them. So it looks like now everybody's is showing up.
No, I did mine, but do you want me to do it again?
Yeah, do it one more time just so we can make sure. Because the chat's saying they didn't see the dice, so I'm just making
Yeah.
sure that it's coming through.
Well, we want you guys to see the dice. That's kind of the cool part of the whole thing.
Yep, there it is.
Okay, cool.
So we're good to go. I think it was
All
on. my
right. Perfect. Cool. Okay. So Ricky, you steel yourself and you get ready. For some reason, you are ready to play this game.
Ooh.
And so you've given yourself, you personally, for every roll that you make, the next 5 rolls anyway, are going to get a +3 to that
Woo!
roll. All right.
And Charles and I are our team. I mean, we've
And-
never been out, like, but like, I think Charles is going to helping me win. Like,
I
good,
hope so.
good luck charm.
All right. So if we are ready, so and it's a simultaneous roll. So Roy, how are you going to support? How are you going to support Monique or support your team and then Monique's role? What are you doing?
Yes, what are you going to do?
Yeah, so of course, Roy is one of the first ones because with standard dodgeball rules, you have to rush to the middle to get a ball. So of course, Roy is going to get to the middle first. He's going to grab 2 balls, and he's going to stand there. And as people are trying to reach for balls, he's going to use his intimidate skill, and he's like, "I'll jack your jaw. I'll jack your jaw." As they get closer.
Perfect. All right. So make that intimidation roll.
All right, so my intimidation is D6, so D6 plus wild.
All right.
So a 4.
4, and that is a success. So that means that Monique is going to get a +1 to her athletics roll that she's about to make. All right. And Maddie, how is Charles going to help the team?
Well, Charles sees Roy up there intimidating people, and Charles knows that Roy is obviously the best player on their team. So he's going to try to instigate and taunt Roy.
Oh, perfect. Excellent. All right. So he's just going to start just hurling just either insults or pointing and laughing again or whatever, just to mess with him.
Well, he has a very specific tactic in mind.
Okay. Go for it. What's he doing?
So he walks right up to Roy, like he's kind of a manlet, so he's kind of like chest height, looks up at him and he says, "Come on, Roy. I mean, you already lost your team leader position before. You think that dodgeball is going to be any better for you?"
Ooh.
Ooh.
Ooh. That's cool.
Shots fired. All right. Make that taunt roll.
All right, I have a D6 taunt. Maybe.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first one came through. Yep. Well, both of them are a success either way. So that is going to give a +1 to Ricky as well when he makes his roll. So nice. All right. Well done. Okay. So the stage is set and Roy's up there with he's grabbed 2 balls and Charles has come right up and he's done his taunt. Everybody else is kind of racing and going and the game commences. And so now both Savage and Diane, I'm going to have you make your athletics roll, and this is going to represent for the team. And so you roll your athletics skill.
Yep.
And then you're going to get a +1, both of you, to your respective rolls.
All right, here I go. Here's my athletic skill because I am capable. I can ski the K-12 and we can play volleyball. All right? All right, let's get this game going. I'm going to kick ass.
Ooh, okay. So that's a 2. Right now that's a failure. Now you can spend a Benny and re-roll that if you'd like.
I would like a Benny, please.
All right. So I got that. I spent that. So go ahead and re-roll that again.
The D6.
Yes. Yep.
Hard to see.
It's coming. Why? Roll 20 is taking its time tonight.
I see it.
Oh, do you see it? It hasn't popped up for
well,
me.
it's 4, and then it's between 4 and 5, but 4 and 5. So it's either
Okay.
4 and 4 or 4 and 5.
4 and 4. All right. But either way, that sounds like a success. So well done. So you got, with that +1, yep, that's going to make it 1 more. So yeah, you have a success on that. Or that's your roll. These are opposed rolls. I'm sorry. But a 5 is what you've got. So now, Savage, it is your turn to roll Roy's athletics. And let's see how this goes.
This is how Ricky rolls. All right. I'm doing my
I'm
athletic.
sorry, Ricky's, yeah.
Oh, I just barely touched it, but it worked. That's great. There, I did great. Or is that me? Or
That
is
was
Diane?
that was
That was Monique's second
Monique's
one that
second
came
roll.
through that was clogged. Okay, now I see what you meant by the 4 or 5. So
Yeah.
it should.
Okay,
Let me see
I
if-
haven't touched mine yet. So should
Let me
I?
see if I can. Oh, you haven't? Go ahead. Did you click it?
I just touched mine. I just
Okay.
put the mouse on it or whatever. So I'm trying. Here I go. Boom.
Okay.
One touch. Oh yeah, there it is.
Look at that. Oh,
There. Ooh, look at that. All right.
Yeah.
So Ricky, you got an 11, which just totally smokes Monique's 5 that she got. So your side, Ricky, came out on top for this round. And let me just consult the table real quick to see how many y'all lost here.
I'm fucking Charles.
So you beat that with a raise. All right. So the losing side, which in this case was Roy's, you lose 2 tokens. Or 2 points. You are down from 5 to 3. And
Sucks
Ricky and Charles, you don't lose any. So this flurry of rubber balls back and forth, it's just constant. People are moving everywhere, and some are just getting nailed in the head. And the coach cuts to him, and he's like, "Hey, watch the headshots, whatever." Otherwise, boom, boom, boom. People are getting knocked down here and there, and so the people are getting out. But it is clear that the team that Ricky and Charles are on is staying ahead of Roy's and Monique's team. And so now we move to
this
the
is
next.
not good.
It is not good.
You are not kicking ass.
It was all that geek's fault.
It is not his fault. You're the one who comes and tries to massage my shoulders.
You must not upset Charles.
You guys didn't realize it, but my guy Ricky he's a better general than Genghis Khan.
Thank you. Charles is a smart one.
Nice. All right. So let's
Whatever.
switch to the next round. So now you have alternating roles. So now, Ricky, you are going to support, and Monique, you are going to support as your teammates go and make the athletics roll. So Ricky, let's start with you. Since you were on the winning side last round, now is the time when you choose one of your other skills to try and support the team. So what would you like to try and do?
Well, I would like to do a performance role because I'm going to break dance, which will be very distracting. And
Okay.
and it'll be so mesmerizing that people will stop and stare and will be hit in the head with many balls.
I love that. So go ahead and make that performance. And remember, you get a +3 because you're using your special power.
Here I go.
All right.
Right away.
There it goes. Yeah, it did go right away.
That was just-
That is, yep. So it's a 2, but +3 is a 5, which is a success. So that's going to give +1 to Maddie when she makes her athletic skill roll. Now you can keep that if you'd like, or you can try and get a higher result, which might give a better bonus. But right now you have succeeded.
Oh, but then I'd have to use my
You'd have to use a Benny for that. Yes, and you have 2 left.
Benny. I love using the bennies. It's exciting.
Okay. So you want to use one?
Yeah.
All right. I love it. Okay. So re-roll this dice.
All right, here I go on 3. 1, 2, 3, boom.
Yeah.
That was a nice use of a Benny. Okay. Look at that. So not only was it success, but that was success with a raise, because every 4 points above a 4, you get a plus. Maximum of, I think it was a max of +2. Hold on. I want to make sure because I'm not cheating the other team.
They're already cheating.
Are they already cheating?
Yeah.
This is not a
actually, no.
dance class.
So yeah, that your total result is a 14, which actually is a success with 2 raises. So you have given a +2 to Charles
Yes.
when Maddie makes that roll. Nicely done. So yeah, Ricky just spins down, and he's got the whole, what was that? The Connor flare going on the floor. He's spinning on his back. And it's super. You even do the cool like wrist thing where you've got your arm pegged like this and you're like spinning around like that. It's amazing. All right. So Monique, it is now your turn to support your team. How are you going to do that?
Well, I think what I would like to do is I would like to say something in my native language.
Okay.
Is important. I'd like to tell Roy to keep his testicles to himself, as well as Ricky. And I want to say it in French because I don't want, I'm losing my temper and I've got to say something. Mon Dieu. So I want to say it in my own language.
All right, excellent. So you actually have your own native language skill, which I believe is a D8 there, Monique, which
Yes,
is pretty good. So you just start spouting all this French, and you're kind of I'm assuming you're like a little angry, a little irritated.
Yes,
about
c'est
this?
very easy. Je suis mon désolé, je suis mon désolé. C'est très bon. C'est mal, c'est mal. Je ne sais pas.
All right, that is a success. So that is a +1. So yeah, you just start spouting French, and it almost sounds, because of your anger and the way that the French language goes and sounds, it almost sounds like it's a bit inspirational to your team as they're trying to fight to survive. And so you did give Roy a +1 to his athletics roll. Excellent, well done. All right, so. Roy, why don't you go ahead and have you make your roll? Did we have you guys roll first last time? I don't think we did. No. So Roy, roll your athletics.
Okay. All right. So my
and
athletics,
you do have a +1 on this.
Athletics with a +1.
Yes, sir. So that is a 6. Now, do you want to keep that, or do you want to try and get something a little bit better?
Try and get higher than a 5 on a D8. I think I'll stick with the success.
Gonna stick with that. All right. So that is a 6. All right.
Good job, Roy.
And then Charles, your athletics skill, and this is going to be +2 because of Ricky's amazing breakdancing.
I can't believe I'm best friends with Ricky.
You're lucky.
+2 is only a 5. So right now, Roy's team is winning.
I will go ahead and Benny that, though.
You're going to Benny that? All right, Charles. Spend that Benny and make that reroll.
Good vibes. Bad vibes.
Bad vibes. Same result. 3 + 2 is 5.
It's okay. Even though we're on a different team, I feel bad for you, Charles Demar.
You don't have to feel bad, Monique. No, there are no friends in war.
Okay, all right. You are my friend.
All right. So, Roy, your side wins. So Ricky and Charles loses 2 tokens, but it was not a definitive victory, and you're still also going to be losing 1 token. So Roy and Monique, your side is down to 2, but Ricky and Charles, your side is right behind them at 3. So it's still a very close game. Tell us, Roy, how does this victory look? What happens during this exchange?
See, so the breakdancing certainly distracted people, but it also distracted their side. So then when the tiny French general started yelling, our side was galvanized and just really started peppering everybody.
Nice. Yeah, so boom, boom, boom. Took out at least 3 or 4 of the people on that team. Nicely done. All right. That could be decided this next round. So now we're going to flip back. So Savage and Diane will be making the athletics rolls, and Roy and Charles will be supporting. So Charles, how are you going to support this round?
Charles is going to try to appeal to the better judgment, the more peaceful judgment of the other team, and he's going to persuade the other team to stop throwing balls.
Proposing an armistice.
Right. How does he go about saying this exactly to get them to do that? That's very interesting.
Friends, classmates, we stand together here, entrenched in combat, and I say no more. We have the power to stop this. And he falls to his knees and he says, I beg you, please. Put down your dodgeballs.
Nice. All right, make me that persuasion roll. Very good. Ooh, not bad. You might actually get a few people listening to you. 6 is a success, so that's going to give a +1 to Ricky when he rolls. All right, Roy, what are you doing to support?
I am going to I'm going to go ahead and taunt. So
Okay.
as Charles is doing his thing, Roy is in the background just like imitating him like pantomiming, and then at the end just kind of fakes like he's crying, and then just like does the cuckoo finger twirls around his head.
Nice.
So Roy's his special ability is he's a natural taunt. So Roy has is naturally good at aggravating pretty much anyone. So when making a taunt check, if either die shows a 1, he may re-roll that dice.
All right,
So
perfect.
Roy's taunt is a D6, so I will roll that. D6. Well, I didn't roll a 1, so that's good.
No, that's very true. And the 5 is a success, so that's going to also give a +1 to Monique when she makes her roll. All right, you going to stick with that?
Yes,
Roy?
I think so.
Okay, all right. So Savage and Diane, go ahead and make your athletics rolls, both with a +1, but with you, Ricky, it's actually going to be a +4 because you're still burning off this is your third use of your special ability. So Ricky, yours is at a +4, and Roy or Monique's yours is at a +1.
Wow.
So make that athletics roll.
So, okay, should I go now? All right,
Sure,
I'm
go
gonna
ahead.
do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Here I go.
That is going to be a good roll. There you go. 10, that's 11. That's a very good roll. All right, go ahead, Savage. Roll your athletics for Ricky.
Here we
And this
go.
will be at a +4.
Oh, that's
4 + 4 is 8. So 8 is less than 11. Now, if you want to keep that, or you want to spend your last penny.
Last Benny, this is
Love it. Living dangerously. You would make a friend of ours named Gage very proud. All right.
He's in the chat. He's already noticed him.
Is he? Okay,
Yes.
perfect. Excellent. All right, go ahead and re-roll that.
here's one little touchy.
Okay.
No.
Oh,
Oh,
7 + 4 and is 11, which is a tie.
yes.
It is a tie. All
Like-
right.
Back off. Go back to mother. She is calling you.
So Charles begs for things to stop. Roy taunts him as this happens, and some actually refrain, but yet still the balls battle back and forth, and a few more people are taken out. Roy and Monique, you're left with 1 point, and Ricky and Charles, you are left with 2 points. And it's at this point when the game is getting near, you're all there's still this fever pitch going on, and the gym in the school also has the stage for the theater group when they do their performances, and you hear a voice over off to the side as you're fighting the battle, and it goes, "Truly a titanic struggle between two earth-shaking teams. One with two leaders who can't seem to get along no matter how they try. The other, two people from the lowest social strata of high school life. One, an excellent breakdancer. Two, another pleading for peace. How will this end? We shall find out." And you look over and you see the Asian members of the Ritong over there shouting into a speaker, and the coach is looking at them like very confused as to why they're on stage and not in the game that's playing, but he doesn't bother to blow his whistle to get them in there. And now we are flipping back over. So Savage and Diane, you're going to be supporting, and we'll have Diane go first because I think she did, because Savage went first last time. How are you going to support in what will likely be the last round of this dodgeball game?
All right. I feel, well, when we were playing, the net, it broke. And this very bad for the game and very, very important because when it broke, I was the only one who could fix it. So I pulled out my trusty tools that I have with me in my big coat. They were in the pocket. I had the wrench and I had the new screw, and I ran over to the net and I fixed the net with my repair dice.
All right, I love
Man.
it. That makes
I
a
saved the
complete
day of
and
the
perfect
game.
sense. It does. All right, so go ahead and make your repair roll, and because you have the Mr. Fix-It edge, you get a +2 to your repair check.
All right, here I go. I fix
Right.
it. It will be very, very nice, and we will all play again. All right? Voila.
Ooh, that is a killer roll. Look at that. 10 +2 is 12. That is a success with 2 raises. So you are giving a total of +3 to Roy for his athletic skill roll. That is going to come in handy. Nicely done. All right, Savage, how does Ricky help support Charles in this round?
Well, Ricky is worried between his stealth and his survival. So what he's done is he's going for stealth. When he was breakdancing, he just stopped, and everybody was curious what he was doing. But then they all looked over at Yi-Suk doing his speech, his Howard Cosell type speech. Right then, Ricky wrapped himself in a gym mat, and he like a giant caterpillar, and he made his way into the middle of the gym, and he's hoping that when everybody gets back into playing again, that Roy will trip over it.
I love it. All right, make that stealth roll. That,
Okay. Oh, I gotta see what my stealth. I'm doing stealth, right?
right?
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, that's so sad.
No, it's not bad. This is the 4th use, so that is a 4 + 3 is 7, which is still that's a success. It's one shy of a raise, but it does give Charles a +1 to his athletics roll. So yeah, so Monique runs over and she starts fixing the things to tighten up the net a little bit because it had started to sag and get a little low. And while people are looking at her, and yeah, and you said listening to you, Sook, Ricky, you just grab the mat down and roll up and roll into hopefully a good position to nail Roy. And here we go. So Roy and Charles make those athletics rolls. And Roy, you're getting a +3 on
Okay.
this, and Charles, you're going to be getting a +1.
Go ahead, geek.
There's no way this could go poorly for our team.
Not at all. Never.
Ah,
Oh. Well, why didn't it? That 6 should have exploded. Why didn't it explode?
it did. It just exploded as a 1.
Oh, it did. Okay, so it's 7. Oh,
Oh.
I see. It just didn't.
Okay.
For some reason, I didn't see the extra 6 come in. So it's an 8, which isn't bad. Do you want to keep that, Charles, or do you want to try and get something a little bit better?
Take a chance.
Yeah, I do want to take a chance.
All right, Charles spends a penny. You have 1 left. Go ahead and re-roll that athletics.
Oof.
Okay. Well,
Wow.
fortunately, you keep the better of the 2 results, so it doesn't get worse. So an 8 is what you got, which is not bad. And then Roy, your athletics, and athletics, I believe, is your best skill.
It is.
It is.
Of
And you get
course.
a +3.
Yes.
Cha.
So this +3.
Yep. Which is a 10, which definitely beats the 8. That is okay. So let me see here. Oh, I
Sorry,
think-
Charles. Again, I feel bad for you. We will have hot cocoa later.
My brother has this really good recipe for apple cider with nail polish remover in it.
I don't think I can eat that. I don't think I
No, you drink it.
You're not going to snort it, are you?
No, this is a beverage.
Okay.
All right. So here's what happens. So everything kind of once again, rubber balls flying fast and furious, going missing. Monique gets missed, and because she's over by the net, and Ricky also gets missed because he's wrapped up in a gym mat. And as things are going back and forth, there is just this telltale, just slight bouncing, this boom, 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 boom. And the 2 of you, Ricky and Monique, you turn and look and you realize that everybody has been knocked out except for the 2 of you. And Roy and Charles, the 2 of you actually knocked each other out with simultaneous. You actually knocked each other out with your own respective balls because you threw them at each other. They bounced off of each other, came back and hit you both, knocking you out.
When
So
Ricky and I face each other, can we go in slow motion to each other? Like,
absolutely. So yeah, the two of you
Slow
see each
motion.
other. Ricky comes out of his mat thinking he's safe, and then Monique, you realize that it's just the two of you, and yeah, things kind of turn into slow motion as the two of you begin to face off for this final one, because the results were that the winning side lost 1 point, which was Roy in this case, but that brought you down to 0. And the losing side loses 2, but that's how many you had left. So you're both at 0. So Ricky and Monique are going to finish off this battle with opposing athletics rolls. So you're going to roll your athletics
all right.
one last time to see how this goes.
That's Ricky and Monique.
Ricky and Monique, as the two of you stalk each other, yes, in slow motion. How does this look? Tell me how this looks, the two of you.
Well, it's like I'm sort of excited to see her that alone and stuff, but the most important thing for me is to hit this button before she does, because yeah.
And I use my noticing skill while he is doing that he is very tired from playing. He's a little heavy breathing.
Little sweaty.
Little sweaty. Yep, breathing heavy. All right. So the 5 was your athletics there, Savage, looks like?
Yes.
All right. So Monique, you stalk him and roll your athletics, and let's see. The highest wins on this.
Okay, so I'm going to do my athletics. All right.
Yes.
All right, I will do this. Let me find it. All right, here we go. Keeping my fingers crossed.
Oh. All right. So even with Ricky's +3, which actually made him an 8, Monique, you get a 9. So Monique, tell me, how do you take Ricky out of the game? You've got the ball. How do you knock him out of the game?
Well, if you notice that I saw him, he was sweating. And I understand this. Very important to notice these things about him. You know, like when he put his arm around me at dinner, and I noticed this, and I understand that he has these little ways of doing things. So I'm going to use his own energy against himself. I'm going to make him exhaust himself. But I'm going to do it by noticing it. I'm going to step back, and I'm going to let him just do his own thing until he exhausts himself and falls down. So how I do this? I do this through the noticing. I noticed.
Yeah, no, you don't need to roll because you already beat him. So yeah, he continues to move in this circle in an effort to try and ineffectively dodge, but in doing so, he just kind of wears himself out,
Yes,
and then boom, he just falls down, and then yeah, you come up and just doink with the ball, and he is out, and Roy and Monique's team comes out victorious.
High five! Where are you? High five you. There, good.
Nice, well done. So Monique, you stand victorious at the end of this competition, and the coach looks up from his newspaper, realizing it's done, and he blows his whistle and ends gym class. He's like, "All right, hit the showers and let's get out of here." And from there, we fade out and fade back up to a shot of the ski lodge. We're up on the mountain. Oh, first of all, everybody's going to get a Benny for a job well done. Yay. So I will replenish you all with one more. Eric, being the Benny hoarder that he is, now has 4.
Yes, that's what Gage called me in chat.
And we see this wide shot. It's kind of like it was in the opening credits. This ski lodge, and we can see there's just this flurry of activity. People are everywhere, and doing things. People are skiing. People are eating food, and there's there's like a sled being pulled by horse-drawn or horse-drawn sled going by, and there might be music playing there as well. And there's just all kinds of activity. This is a really big thing. And the way the mountain is structured, just so you guys got a visual sense of this, up on the top, of course, you got the K-12 way up high, but then on the main area where everybody skis is a place known as the Black Diamond Lodge up on top. And then at the bottom of the hill is a secondary lodge, and that's just known simply as Bottom Hill Lodge. And most of the adults and a few other people are also hanging out down at Bottom Hill Lodge, but all the activities are taking place in the area around the Black Diamond Lodge up on top. And so Chris Kremens, of course, is there with her basketball team coat, kind of around her. And you've all arrived at your own respective times to get there, and you're all dressed appropriately and ready to have a good time. And the way that this works, and again, similar to what happened with Ricky and the dodgeball and selecting teams and whatnot, people are randomly chosen to be a team to partake in a competition, one of the 3 competitions that are available here at the celebration, at the festival. And it just so happens that the 4 of you have actually all been selected to be on a team together to partake in this activity. So Chris is like pulling names out of this bucket, and she reads them off, and she's like, okay, for the next team, we have Roy Stalin. Congratulations, Roy. Joining Roy is going to be, she reaches down, Ricky Smith. Okay, all right, good. And she reaches down again, she pulls up, and Monique, today, tomorrow? I don't know, the French foreign kid. And she reaches down again, pulls, and last one on your team, it's Charles DeMar. Great, have fun, everybody. That's great. And then she goes off and starts picking another team. But the 4 of you all start to gather together and get ready to choose your activity.
I think
Charles comes up. Oh,
go ahead.
Charles comes up and puts his arms around Ricky and Monique and says, "Hey, congratulations, Monique, on your incredible victory earlier today." And then he looks over at Roy. "Wow, it's really embarrassing that I was the one that took you out, huh? That must really burn."
I believe we took ourselves out. I still think that was a lucky shot, by the way.
Monique, get me a hot chocolate.
I'm not getting your hot chocolate. J'aimerais te convaincre avec son petit compas.
Hey, buddy, you don't want any of that hot chocolate stuff. I've got something real good here. And he pulls out of his jacket a pickle jar, and it's really warm now because it's been in his inside his ski jacket, and he just kind of pushes it into Ricky's arm. Take a swig of that. That'll put some hair on your chest.
Ricky, out. Ricky will have none of that.
Hey, man, that was good pickle juice.
Not anymore.
Do you think that I could be excused? Maybe I can go home.
No, sorry, you've already signed up and you got a team. We got to make sure we have a team of 4 French girl. So I think that you're stuck with those. Sorry,
Chris, there must have been a mistake. There is no way that I was put in the same group. I think that I need a redraw.
Look, Roy, I'm sorry. It's just that was what was in there. I don't make the rules. I just draw the things. That's all I do. I just draw the things. So
I take a step forward, and then when the basketball players growl at me, I take a step back.
Yeah, they just absolutely just kind of converge. And
I see Ricky's mother in the corner.
No. It's going to make Chris Kremens get me a hot chocolate, please.
Ricky, I'm busy. You're just going to have to go and get your own. I can't even believe I'm even wasting this time talking to you. Okay, next team. Let's draw. Go, 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 go. She kind of waves you on. All right, so as a group, there's 3 activities that you could participate in. We're only going to do one. And so you have to debate amongst yourselves. We have either a snow sculpture competition, where you indeed, it sounds like what it is, you take snow and you sculpt it, and it is a combined thing that you're doing together. Or there is a kind of a ski, it's called the Ski Pole Gauntlet, and it's like a relay race. There's 4 different stages where you have to do various things with ski poles, which we can get into detail here in a moment. And then the last thing is an actual snowmobile relay race, where there is a course and you hop on a sled, drive it around through the course, and then you hand it off to one of your teammates and they go and repeat the same thing. So amongst the 4 of you, you get to debate which one of these activities would you like to do.
Well, I think the sculpture thing makes more sense for Ricky because he can sit and tell people what to do. But the snowmobile race does sound kind of exciting, even for me.
I'm not sitting around watching you make snowmen. So
No.
I think the snowmobile race sounds like the best for it. And I look at DeMar. Can you even drive?
No, I can't, actually.
Are you in a condition to drive?
Do I look sober to you?
Just blank stare.
Listen, we must go and take this driving thing. I can fix it. If it's a problem, I can make it even faster. I can go and work on this snowmobile so we can be the fastest and win. Very good.
You know, I don't think there was anything in the rules saying that you couldn't tamper with the vehicle. I think that sounds like a great idea.
Yeah. Even I think it's a good idea, but I want to pick out my own helmet.
All right, so snowmobile relay race it is. All right, nice. Here's how this goes. Okay, so you can go in any order that you'd like. I'll leave that up to you guys to decide how you want to do this. As you run the race, you are indeed going to make a driving skill test, and you can apply a penalty to yourself based upon how fast you want to go. Okay, so if you want to go really, really fast, you could go up to a -4 penalty to your driving test. Okay, if you want to just go at base speed, there's no penalty at all. So you just take your base speed and just go as safe as you can go. Then when you hand it off, you're going to have to make another athletics test to hand it off to the other player. And depending upon how well that goes, that player may get a bonus. All right, so the first person is not going to get any inherent bonuses. However, you do hear, as they're handing out the instructions for the relay race, someone is saying, he's explaining how you got to go and drive the course. You can drive as fast as you want. If you wipe out, you're out. And then you have to go and bring the sled back around for the next person. He does say, and there is no tampering with the sleds. However, you can tell that you're not necessarily being watched very much in that regard. So you absolutely feel like you could tamper with the sleds.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like we need a distraction.
Yes. I think my distraction I need is some hot chocolate. Monique. Could you please? Okay, we'll
All
figure
right.
it out.
I'll get it for you. Mon Dieu.
I could spill it onto Chris Crummins and make a distraction.
That might get you killed, Ricky.
Oh.
So that's a good idea.
Huh. All right.
I could pretend to be having an aneurysm.
I think people would find that logical.
Again, no one would care.
Well,
Charles,
then what do you want to
bring
do?
the pig? Bring the pig in the container with us.
Yeah. What's your big plan, Roy?
I think getting the hot chocolate and maybe spilling it on Chris and running might be a good idea.
That's what I think you're going to do.
I'd probably definitely be able to outrun the basketball team in snow boots.
We'd like to see that.
I'd like to see you try, yeah.
I would see that too.
Only because
All
I
right.
think I'm the only one here can do it. I'll do it.
Okay. All right. So Roy, you're going to create a distraction so that Monique can go and try and juice the sled a little bit. Is that what I'm understanding?
Yes, I am
here?
going to get hot chocolate for everybody, and I'm going to spill it on Chris and run.
Nice. All right. So make me. Well, spilling it on her is not going to be a problem. I mean, you can go right ahead. I'll give that to you. Getting away, that will be. Yeah, that'll be the tricky part. Yes.
I want to drive. Can I drive?
You're all going to be driving at one point.
Okay.
Yes. So, which actually, thank you. That's a very, who's going first, second, third, and fourth on this race?
Well, the distraction is so Monique can tamper with the sled, correct?
Right. Yes. Before you even start.
Before we even start.
So, yeah.
Okay.
So, but yeah,
Then Charles jumps on once she's done it. Because Roy will
go
be
ahead.
You can
Right.
ride it.
I can
Yeah, I
I
mean,
can
you're
lead the
all
Mary
gonna ride
Chase.
it.
Yeah, I can lead the Mary Chase to like one of the checkpoints for the relay.
Yes. Yeah.
So if Monique is tampering with it first, it'd probably be Monique drive first because
Okay, I'll go first.
because
I'll
then
go back.
everybody else would have to be set at their stage for the relay.
Good point.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So, all right. So Monique's going to go, and then so who's going to go second?
I will because it's not very far for me to walk.
Okay, perfect. And then, so I'd imagine Charles, and you're probably going to go third, because then by that time Roy should be able to run to that last station.
Yeah, I think that
what
makes
I'm
sense.
thinking?
Don't be late,
All right.
Damar, because I'm going to be on the run.
I can't drive. I just want to reiterate that.
Never driven. Don't worry, I'll tell you what to do.
All right. I love this plan. Okay, perfect. Okay, so actually let's do this, Roy. Let's have you you're gonna need to escape.
Mhm.
So I'm thinking that probably is indeed gonna end up having to be athletics. And you are in ski boots, yes? Is that what I'm understanding?
I always wear ski boots.
That's very true. That's very true. All right. Excellent. So I'm going to, well, since you always wear ski boots, I'll accept that as an argument. I'm not going to give you any penalties to your athletic skill roll because that makes perfect sense.
That's right. It's like being used to running in heels.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So you make your distraction. So go ahead. So you do that. So yeah, tell me how this
Yeah.
plays
So
out.
I go to the snack shack, and I get 4 hot chocolates. And as I'm walking past, I kind of worm my way between 2 of the basketball players right as Chris kind of turns around to see what's going on, and I trip on my own 2 feet and right up in the front, just and then stop, drop my the tray that I'm holding, turn, look up at the basketball players, and then look right at the camera, and then start running.
Perfect. Yeah. As you look up, I mean, you see this chorus of faces right down at you, and then, yeah, you take off. All right. So we'll do some opposed athletics rolls. So go ahead and make yours.
Okay.
I'll just make mine here manually on the table. No, actually, I can roll it in.
All right. So my athletics is a D8, so D8 plus wild. Ooh, nice. So an 8.
8. Very nice. All right. And their opposing athletics is just a 4. So you beat them. Not only you beat them actually with a raise.
Yes, I do.
And so, yeah, you send them on this merry chase as they're trying to catch you as you're worming your way through the lodge area outside. And so as that's happening, everybody's kind of looking, and Monique, no one is paying attention to you at all as you're standing there on the sled, and you've got just a couple of minutes before you need to take off, but
Yeah.
you absolutely have, that is enough time to make something happen to the sled.
I will do it.
All right.
I'm going
so
to repair.
make that repair roll to
Can I
try
do
and
it?
juice. Yep, to juice the
Right.
sled. Yeah, go for it. And you get a +2 on
Okay, I'm
this
going
too.
to do this. We're going to win. Everybody, hold on. Even though you can do it, all you need is a small taste of success. But I will do it now. Come on. No? Uh-oh, it's not working right away. Okay, hold on.
It's gonna take a second. Yep, it should.
Yeah.
There it goes.
Oh, there it goes.
Wow.
Nice.
Ooh.
Damn. The dice like you today, Monique, because that is a total of 17, which is a success with 3 raises, which is enough to give you, we'll say that actually is going to give, it's going to juice the sled enough to give kind of a +2 to everybody's driving rolls. So yeah, so you've been able to just enhance the sled, and you get done and you tighten that last screw on the sled and stealthily pop the top back down just in time to hear the gunshot as it's time for you to go. And you hop on the sled and take off. So my question to you, Monique, is, because now right now you got a +2 to your driving. How fast do you want to go from a 1 to a 4? And this would be a penalty. So you could go at a speed of 2 and then just have a straight roll. Or you could go super fast and have a -2 to the roll. And you have 3 bennies, just so you know.
I'm going to say, I think I have a lot of spirit, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I think I am, let's see, I'm a jack of all trades, and I'm very alert. I have to say, I think I'm going to go for it. But I'm smart too. I think I'm going to go for the high speed.
The high speed, the full thing. All right. So yeah, you just rip that throttle open and take off. All right. So that's going to be a -4, but because you have the +2, it's only going to be now a -2 to your driving roll. So go ahead and make that driving roll as you take off.
Okay, my driving is okay. Ready? Here we go. All right.
All right, so 4 - 2 is 2. That's not, you don't wipe out or anything, but it's not necessarily you're having a hard time navigating. You could spend a Benny and re-roll if you'd like.
Yes, Benny, please.
All right, spend that Benny and re-roll those dice.
Ooh.
There we go. Okay, so all right, so 5 - 2 is 3. So let me see what that does for you. Okay, hold on. All right. Okay. So yeah, you take off and you might be feeling a little bit overconfident, but you're going and you're racing and
Benny.
You want to use another Benny?
Yes.
All right, go for it. Okay, I'm not going to stand in your way. Do it.
Oh,
Look at that.
oh.
Jeez, that's awesome. Okay, 10 - 2 is an 8, which is a success with a raise, which is I'm gonna keep track of your total team successes here. So that's 2 successes so far. All right, so you ripped through this course, Monique, quite well. What does this look like as you're whipping through your leg of the race?
Well, what it is, I'm going through the mountain. I'm going through the trees. You know, they go by around the trees. And then I'm going down a very thin path, very between all the trees. And I'm scooting, and the wind is in my hair. And I'm like, shh. And I'm feeling all the fun of the wind and everything. And I'm going through it. And I don't even have my helmet on because I am Monique. And I can have my hair flying in the wind. And I get there and finally, I come out through the path. I find a tiny, I've got to go through a hollowed out log. There's a hollow out log. I go through the log and boom, I come out and the sun is shining and everyone. And there I see who is going to get into this is Ricky.
Yes.
And I don't know if he's going to fit in the car. I don't know if he's going to fit in the car, but I stop.
You stop. All right.
Make
And
a plan. I'm like, get in, very quick. Come on.
okay, so both of you, because this is a rapid thing, both of you make me athletics checks, and let's just see how this goes. Roll your athletics dice. Sorry.
Wait, Roy or Ricky?
Ricky. Ricky. Yeah, I'm sorry. No, actually, no. I'm sorry. Monique should make the athletics roll. Ricky, you do not have to. You'll make yours later. So go ahead and Monique, roll that athletics.
Done. No. Okay, here we go.
All right. All right, perfect. So it is, yeah, you come to a stop and you do a perfect handoff with Ricky, and you jump off as Ricky jumps on and he takes up his leg of the race. So Ricky, you're still going to benefit from Monique's +2 as well.
You can do
so
it, Ricky. You can do it.
how fast do you want to go on this, Ricky?
Well, here's the thing. Right before we took off, I saw Roy spill all that hot chocolate I've been craving. And as he ran away, I just couldn't leave it behind. So as he ran away, he'd pan down and he'd find me there. And I used my helmet as sort of a drinking cup. So then I ran to where Monique is coming, and I put the helmet on, and now I'm fairly blinded by chocolate that I forgot in that cup or in my helmet. So I think I'd want to go kind of that regular speed, the one that's not, you don't get punished for.
Okay, not a problem. That's just the base speed, but which actually benefits you because Monique juiced this. You're going to get a +2 to your driving roll. So absolutely. All right, go for it. Make that driving roll.
All right, it's a D4 is my driving roll. Here I go. Boom. Yeah, mama. I don't know.
There you go. Let's see what we got. All right, 3 + 2 that makes it a 5, which makes it a success because you just need a 4 to be successful. So yeah, how does this look for Ricky as he's got hot chocolate streaming down onto his face and he's driving?
He's doing this a little bit, and he's having a lot of trouble seeing, and he's probably a little bit off the course, which might be slowing him down a little bit. But he is really enjoying driving on this thing. It's really fun for him. So he's thinking about how to get it going faster, but I don't know if that's an option.
It's not an option because you want to keep that speed. Okay. You get to keep that speed the whole time.
All right, but he's loving it. He's woo woo.
All right, and you're coming up to your checkpoint with Charles, and now Ricky, you need to hand off the sled, so you need to make an athletics roll to see how well and how quickly and deftly you can get off of your sled.
Oh my gosh, this is going to be great. Okay, here I go. I'm doing a D6 go.
Yeah, 4. That's all you needed. So yeah, you come to a nice practiced stop, and you pull back. And then you get yourself off, and Charles, you are on now up.
All right. Now, I do need a refresher because typically I don't use skills that I am not skilled in. I do not have drive.
You do not have driving. So
a -2, right?
Correct. It's D4 -2.
Cool.
But with the +2 from Monique's excellent repair work, it's just going to be a base D4
flat
for you.
roll. Cool.
Right. But unless you decide to go fast, then you'll get an additional penalty on there.
We're lucky if he can even figure out how to turn it on. So we'll just stick with the regular speed.
All right.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Chat just called it Checkpoint Charlie.
Oh no.
All right, so that's not a success, which doesn't mean you're wipe out. You're going to complete it. You're just not necessarily, it's going to affect like your time versus who, as far as like where you place, against the other people who are doing the relay race. So you can re-roll if you'd like.
I feel like this is too in character to.
So you're just going to stick with it. You're going to perfect. I love it. All right. So what does this look like as Charles goes through Checkpoint Charlie?
Okay, so Charles climbs up on the sled, and he's like, "How do I turn it on? Ricky, how do I turn it on? And he's like fussing with it, and then he starts going. He's like, "Ah, we're moving. I'm going, Ricky. I'm going," but it's going at like a snail's pace. It's like just barely rolling, and he's like, "I'm going."
Push the gas. Push the gas.
And he just kind of continues to kind of creep on, almost even slower than Ricky. All right, perfect. So as you wind your way through the course, your general lack of speed gives Roy more than enough time to ditch the basketball team. You wear them out, Roy. In fact, what ends up happening is you go back and forth a few times, and you kind of get them stuck in that pattern. They think it's like a basketball court.
Oh, right.
So
yeah, they're going up and down court. Yeah.
Yeah, they can't get past that. And so then you just kind of keep going, and you end up at your checkpoint just about the time that Charles is pulling up. So Charles,
they're stuck in
that sled.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead, Eric.
I was gonna say they're stuck in perpetual wind sprints.
They touch down, get back up, touchdown, get back up. But so you hand off, Charles, you're handing off the sled to Roy. So make your athletics test and let's see how well you can get off of the sled.
Hurry up, Damar. You took long enough.
There you go, 4. That's a
Successfully.
success. So, yep, not a problem. All right, so no penalty for that for Roy. So, Roy, here you go. You're the anchor, man.
All right.
How's this going to go?
All right. Well, first of all, I'm going to go full out. But here's what I'm going to do first. I have an edge called hair-powered badassery.
Okay.
I have truly great hair. So great that it can power up a task that you must complete. So once per encounter, I make a vigor check. On a success, I get a +2 to the trait check that I choose. Each raise gives an additional +2. So I hop onto the sled. I pull my helmet off. My hair is still perfectly coiffed, and then whomp, take off.
Nice. And I believe, if I remember with hair-powered badassery, if this task involves something that would make your hair blow in the wind,
Yes,
you gain a +2 to this vigor check to see if you're successful.
correct. So it's a vigor check +2 to see if I get bonuses to my
To your
hair-powered badassery.
whatever check you want.
Yes.
To do.
Okay. So my vigor is a D6, so I get a D6 +2 on the first roll.
Oh, damn. There you go. So, yeah, boom. So you definitely have succeeded in your vigor check. So your hair-powered badassery is engaged. And I believe you even got a raise on that,
It
right?
says each raise grants an additional +2.
All right. So you're getting a +4 total to your driving check, which if you go full out, you're going to just net a +2.
Yes.
All right. Are we doing the math right on
Yep.
this?
Yep.
Okay.
Because Monique gave a +2, and then I got a +4 from my raises.
Right. And then a -4 for the speed. Yep. Brings it to a net +2.
Net +2.
On your driving check.
My driving is a D8.
Correct. Oof. All
So,
right.
Yes. Not quite Oscar Mayer level, but I am a good driver.
I respect you for that.
So 7 plus 2, right?
Yep.
Is a 9, which is a success with a raise. So 2 successes. That's pretty. So what does this look like? Yeah, because you go balls out, and your hair is gorgeous. as you're
Gage
going.
is arguing mathematics. He says that I got a 12 on my roll, not a 10. Because I got +2 because my hair was blowing in the wind.
He's cheating.
So that would have been so you'd be an additional.
That would have been
that'd be
3 raises. So first success would be +2, then 4, 6. I would have been
yes.
+8.
So the roll would be flat. Then there would be
Yes.
no penalty.
Correct.
All right.
So
So
I just rolled a.
a 7. Right?
No.
Did we do that?
It would have canceled. It would still have been it would have been +4 to the drive check, not a +2.
To this roll.
Yes. So instead of a 7, I would have gotten an 11.
An 11, which is just one shy of a success with 2 raises.
Yeah,
But you still got it. It's still a success with a raise.
Yep.
All right. Thank you, Gage. Thank you very much.
Yes, that is.
Gage is a resident Savage Worlds expert. He knows the rules quite well. All right. So it's still 2 successes. So Roy, what does this look like as you finish off this anchor leg?
Right. So, the anchor leg is more of a, it's like there's like a jump at the end. It's not like anything crazy, but it's like they don't see me come out of the woods, and then at the end there's like 2 in front of me, and they decide to bypass the jump. So I just take the jump. So all you see is Roy, full hair, like jumping over these 2 to hit
Slow motion.
in slow motion, of course.
Yes.
And backwards.
And backwards, yes, backwards. So,
Are you and as you're going, you look to the sides and you realize you're competing against Yusuk, and he's shouting at you, trying to distract you from this, but clearly it doesn't work. And yeah, you spike that jump.
But wait, does anyone see the paper boy? He's on one ski. He's after him. I thought we were done with this. Lane never paid him.
He never did
Come
pay him.
on. Never paid.
So yeah, Roy comes just skidding in, and the rest of your team is there as you just pull in and just disembark in one fluid motion off of the sled, and you're all congratulating each other and celebrating because you did win. So well done once again.
And I'm jumping up and down like he had just won the Tour de France. He's just jumping up and down, feeling redeemed right now.
And so the four of you are celebrating, and just for that brief moment, all of the issues that you had have been set aside just for a moment. And so you turn and you start to make your way. And first of all, I'm going to give you all a Benny for a job well done. Eric still has not spent any bennies yet, so his pool continues to raise. And so you're making your way to like this podium where Chris Kremens is going to give you your trophy. And as you're walking up there and celebrating, you all kind of start to feel, I don't know, you just get this feeling like a little bit of unease coming in. You're not really sure what's happening. You just kind of feel funny, like it's kind of almost killing your mood. And everybody go ahead and make me a notice check. Roll your notice skill. And Monique, remember, you're going to get a +2 to this as well because of your alertness edge. So go ahead and roll your notice.
So Monique, go first.
You go ahead and just all roll, and then I can see it in the chat here what we're all getting.
So you'll know who everybody's is?
I will.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Ooh.
Wow. All right. Roy, very good. And okay. Oh, yes. Savage, yours was good too. All right. Yep. Maddie, that's a success. Okay. And Monique, there's yours. Okay. Monique did not. Oh, you got a +2 because your alertness. So everybody succeeded, and Roy and Ricky succeeded with a raise. So Charles and Monique, you do notice that some people around you, and in not everybody, but they just are, you hear like a lot of coughing, like a lot of people just kind of coughing and hacking as you're making your way. And it strikes you, and it kind of adds to the sudden sense of unease that you're feeling as you're walking up towards Chris and the basketball players. But for Roy and for Ricky, you hear the coughing as well, but then you're also noticing that some people are starting to move with like little bits of twitches in their bodies, and they've maybe got their backs to you or they're looking down, but they've just got kind of this jerky motion to them. And you get up to where the curtain of ball players are surrounding Chris, and you can't quite see Chris, but they part. The ball players part, and you can see Chris Kremens' back in her hands. You can see that she's holding on to this trophy for the relay race that you won. And she turns, and as she's turning, she kind of starts to jerk a little bit as well. And she completes her turn, and she looks at you all in the face, and her face is sunken in. Her cheeks have just basically just kind of like sucked into her teeth, and her eyes have like bulged out, and her jaw has dropped open, and it's got this vacant expression, and she's looking at you but also looking through you, and her face is just this mask of this horrific thing. And she looks at you and she just goes, and she drops the trophy, and her hands come out, and as her hands come out towards you, the ball players' hands also come out towards you, and they're all reaching to grab you. And we are in a combat. So here's how combat works. Now we're into that thing when we talked about yesterday, you guys, about being in kind of a turn sort of order. And the way we do this in Savage Worlds, and there we go, I'll hold it back here, is I deal out cards. We use regular playing cards to determine who goes when they go. Higher cards go first, and ace is high in this particular game. If you get a joker, special things happen, and we'll deal with that when and if it happens. So I'm going to deal out cards, and then I will tell you who gets to go first and what's happening, and then you're going to tell me what you're going to do. So, Roy, you get an ace. Man, you can't really see this. Roy
do it
gets
in front
an
of your
ace
face.
Spades.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go. Roy gets an ace of spades. Ricky gets an 8 of spades. Charles gets a 5 of clubs. And Monique, gets a 2 of clubs. And Chris Kremens and company get a 6 of hearts. All right. So, and there's enough time for you to look around and you see, and this all kind of just happens in like a cinematic way. You see these hands come out at you, and then you look to the sides and you see a number of people, whether they were the ones that were coughing, you're not quite entirely sure, or the ones that were jerking, you're not entirely sure. They also have similar expressions on their face, these vacant zombie-like looks, and they're going after other people around who do not look that way, and they're reaching out and trying to grab them. And before anybody does anything, I need you all to make a spirit check, because this is a little bit on the scary side for you, and none of you expected this. So go ahead and roll your spirit die. Okay, so
That was me.
yeah, Monique hit twice, so we'll count your first roll, Monique, with the 3.
Oh, I did that. Yeah, I did it once, but
Oh,
Yeah, no, I think that was from before.
That was from the.
Oh,
that was from
yes,
the-
you're
yeah,
right. Thank you, Maddie. Yes, you're 100% correct. Okay, so Monique, you got a 9, you succeed. Roy, you have succeeded. You needed a 4. I haven't seen Charles's or Savage's come through.
Yeah,
So you roll it.
But my thing is, my spirit test, is it? Is it my
Yes,
spirit? No,
right
it's-
on.
But it sort of ends there, but it says, if successful, he adds 2 to his next 5. Does that something that you're asking me to do?
No. This is just a regular spirit check. This is not for your special.
Oh, crap. Okay, oh, shoot.
So just your regular spirit die.
Oh, God. My spirit. I'm so sorry. I don't see
No,
it.
it's okay.
It's under your attributes on the left.
Yeah, under your attributes. Sorry. Thank
Got
you,
it.
Eric.
Got it. There we go. Oh,
Perfect. No, 4 is success, and Charles also succeeded. So everybody, while it is scary and a little bit frightening, you're all able to keep your wits about you, and nobody starts to lose their lunch or anything. So you all are able to act normally, and so now we're in definitely a turn order. And so Roy, with the ace of spades, you get to go first.
Okay. All right.
What would you like to do?
So Roy was getting ready to like reach his hands out to grab the trophy, obviously, and then she drops it, and then she and the team start to do the hiss noise.
Yeah.
And yeah, like leaning into the camera. Well, first of all, Roy grabs the trophy, and he kind of holds it out in front of him, like and you know the others are behind him, so he's kind of like gonna try and fend off the grabbing, and looks at Chris and says, "I'm not letting you give me strep throat again."
All right. So you grab. Go ahead and make me like a fighting roll to try and push them off.
Okay. Fighting. Ooh. Roy also has martial arts.
Martial artist. So yeah. So this will be a +1 to
Okay.
that fighting roll.
+1 to his fighting. All right. So that is a D8 +1. Bam.
Damn.
So
Nice.
12.
All right. 12. That is definitely. Let me just hold on. Let me grab their stats here real quick. There we go. All right. So yeah, you are you pushing it against them to try and like just drive them down?
No, I'm more or less just kind of pushing them away.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to kind of as a group just kind of shove them back a little bit. Absolutely. Is there something else you'd like? Because I mean, you did your action. Would you like to you want to run, or what do you want to do?
I'm at this point, I'm just going to defer to the rest of the group. So I'm just like, what are we doing?
Okay. Which is a great question, because next up is Ricky. So Ricky, you've kind of saw what I described earlier, and then you see Roy just kind of push them back a little bit and then ask, what are we doing? And it is your turn to act. What would you like to do?
I think Chris Crummins has had I know she had a mink thing you put your hands in, and he immediately hides himself by putting it over his head. And he ducks down between two large snow masses, and that top thing makes him look like the top of a snowman. So he has gone into survival mode, and he is hiding in the back behind everybody while they fight for their lives.
All right, perfect. That is definitely going to be a stealth roll. So Go ahead and make a stealth. And I love the description, so I'm just going to give you a natural +1 on that.
Oh, okay. I'm going for the D6 for the stealth mode. I think that was me.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Sorry, I didn't. Okay. Yep. Which is a 6. Okay. So yeah, you 100% do that. You pick that up, and just as you described, and you drop down and pop this over your head, and you feel that you have successfully hidden yourself for the moment.
Yes.
All right. Nicely done.
Great mink hand warmer.
And the compression of the mink hand warmer around your head is strangely comforting, as you wonder what is going on. All right, so now it's their turn to act. Okay, so you push them back a little bit, Roy, and we'll even say that because of their height, a couple of them fell. And so they're making their way back up, and they're going to go and try and grab at, let's see, well, Ricky's hidden, so they can't really go after Ricky. So they're going to try and go after one of you three. And we'll say 2 of them are able to get. So Roy, one of them is going to come at you, and Monique, one of these ball players, is coming at you. And he's got his arms outstretched, and he's just kind of groaning as these ball players do, but this has more of a guttural sort of sound to it as he just comes forward. He's like, with his hands outstretched. So we'll attack Roy first. Roy, what is your parry?
My parry is 6.
Your parry is 6. All right. And let's pop this over here for a second. Okay. All right. So he comes at you, Roy, and you've still got the trophy in hand, and you're just blocking his hands. In fact, they're kind of wrapped up in the legs of the trophy, and he can't quite get to you. And Monique, one of the other ball players, he comes around the other side, and he's coming at you. And what is Monique's parry?
5.
5. All right. So he reaches out, and you are able to kind of dodge slightly out of the way as he kind of reaches to grab you in this hug motion, and you duck down and slide slightly out of the way. And the other two ball players, one has gotten back up and is coming towards you, Charles, but it's not quite there yet. And Chris, which almost seems kind of natural for Chris, she's kind of hanging back and letting the ball players do her dirty work for them. And so she is not making any actions right now. And Charles, it is your turn.
Charles reaches into his coat, and he pulls out a mason jar full of oregano. Hey man, I think you need to chill out. And he kind of underhand tosses it to the zombie coming at him. But I figure because the zombie is probably got his hands up close to his face, if it were to hit him in the face.
Okay, so it may. All right, go for it. That sounds like that might be a called shot, though, to the face. If that's what you're trying. Are you trying to go for his face specifically, or?
No, I mean for hoping he will grab it.
Oh, okay, all right. Oh, gotcha. Okay, so make me a fighting roll. Nice. So 5 is your best. All right. So yeah, you hold out. Would you say it was a jar of oregano?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, his hands are coming out, and you hold out the jar, and he actually grabs the jar and takes it in his hand, feeling like he actually got something, but then he kind of pulls it close and he's not entirely sure exactly what he's got, but he is distracted enough that he's not doing anything to you specifically. And you've been able to maybe even put a little distance between you and him if you'd like.
I would very much like to do that.
All right, so you kind of back away. And Monique, you get to round out this round. So you've ducked out of the way of this one zombie that was a zombie ball player that was grabbing at you. What would you like to do?
Well, you see, what happened was, I am an outsider. I am from France, and nobody I know what it feels like to not be included, to be on the outside. And I have this feeling they look like the zombies. And my feeling about it is they are outsiders too. They are by themselves and they don't feel like they are understood. Like I understand what that feels like. So what I do is I'm going to use my persuasion. And I'm going to use my persuasion because I have a feeling that they are people too. They were once people. And when they put their arms out to me, I give them a hug. And I tell them, you can do it.
All right.
So I would
make the what? Go ahead. I'm sorry. What was the question?
Yes, I would like to use D6.
Yep. Use your persuasion. That's awesome. All right. So 7. All right. So he goes and he tries to grab you, but then you duck out of the way and you stand back up and you kind of give your outsider speech to him, and you come at him in such a compassionate way that he pauses briefly, and you're able to reach in there and you give him a hug, and he just kind of stands there, and as you're hugging him and you're telling him it's okay, and
does he get it? Because if he doesn't get it, I want to use my beanie.
He pauses for a moment, and you just kind of feel this on your back as he kind of pats you, and he just kind of grunts a little bit as he pats you on your back. But then you are able to break the hug, and he's standing there a little bit confused. But then we'll go into the next round. So nicely done. You can kind of get some distance, but he's not really sure exactly what he's going to do. So new round. Yes, you did absolutely confuse him. Yeah, he's not really sure. Roy gets a 2 of hearts.
I have quick.
Then let's try that again.
Well, for those who don't know, that it's an edge. So if anything of a 5 or lower gets drawn, it has to be redrawn.
Okay. Their second card was a 3, which is still lower than a 5, and then a king of diamonds is where you finally end up. Ricky gets a 4 of diamonds in your little hiding spot there. King of hearts for Charles. Monique gets much better than last time, gets a 9 of diamonds. And then the zombies get a 9 of hearts. Okay.
Ooh.
So hearts beats diamonds. So Charles, you are actually first this round.
Well, kind of like takes a step back. Sure that like these guys are cool. I think that maybe we should scoot. I don't know. That guy's got my weed. And he kind of starts backing up even more.
Okay. Make me a notice roll, Charles.
Let's see. Okay. Bad.
That is bad. Do you want to Benny that or?
No, I'm too focused on my weed.
Okay. All right. So you just kind of start backing up and backing away as the ball player zombie's holding on to this jar, and he's like sniffing it. He's not really sure exactly what to do with it. Is there anything else that you want to try and do this round?
No, I'm trying to beckon everyone to skedaddle, I think is the
To skedaddle. All right. Perfect. Yeah. All right. So Charles is saying, yeah, it's time to go. It's time to go. Roy, you are next.
Okay. Then so Charles handed over his weed to one zombie, and then Monique gives another zombie a hug, and as everybody's like backing up, Roy will take the take the
Trophy?
trophy. Thank you. He'll take the trophy that he's carrying, and the one that was advancing towards Monique, he's gonna, like, as he's running past, he's gonna sweep the leg.
Okay. Make that fighting roll. I like that.
All right. So fighting. Do I still get the +1 from martial artist or no?
You do.
Okay. All right. So that is a D8 +1. So 7.
7 will beat their parry. So yeah, you are able to kind of clip it. Give me like a strength plus a D4 on the damage for the trophy, and let's just see if you do enough damage to knock him off his feet.
So D4 for the damage.
Yeah, D4 plus your strength.
Okay. Roy's strength is a D8, so D4 plus D8. How would you like for me to do that? Just roll it.
Yeah, roll them separately, and then.
Okay. So D4 and D8. There you go.
So 6 total points. All right,
Yes.
which beats their toughness. They have a toughness of 5, and so yeah, so you just kind of clip, and the part of the snowmobile trophy clips right up behind underneath his ankle, and you scoop it up, and he just whoop right on his back, and falls down. And then are you still like moving out of the
Oh
way?
yeah. I'm just like following the rest of them.
Okay. All right. They get to go next. The zombies do. So let's see. This one. Let's see if they notice. I'm going to see if this one notices Ricky. And he absolutely does not, because I rolled a 1. So Ricky, you're still hidden. He can't quite see you. Charles, this one's going to see if he can figure out if he's going to come back after you or if he's going to actually do something with your jar of oregano. And looks like he's a bit occupied with the jar of oregano at this particular point in time. He has screwed off the top and he's got his nose down in there. And then this one that got tripped up that's on Monique, it needs to decide whether or not it still feels some sort of compassion towards Monique or if it wants to come after you. Ooh, okay. All right, yeah, all right, definitely. Okay, so the one that was on Monique gets tripped up, and the impact into the snow is enough to shake him out of whatever you had distracted him, Monique, and he scrambles back up to his feet, and he comes at you, and he is not one to be dealt or to be consoled at this point, and he comes at you with his hands swinging. And
All
you said
right,
your-
well, it's time to protect myself.
and you said your parry is a 5?
Yes.
All right. I am actually going to spend a GM Benny because I get some as well. And I'm going to spend one to re-roll that die to see if I can get a little bit better result. And I do. In fact, I get a success with a raise on you, Monique. So I've hit you. And I get an additional D6 of damage against you. So this thing comes at you, and he just kind of takes a swing to try and just drive you into the ground.
Help, help! Somebody help me! Lane,
And-
where are you? I'm back from college and visiting colleges.
Monique, what is your, now look on your character sheet, what is your toughness score?
5.
5. All right. So here's what happens, Monique. He actually hits you kind of hard.
Oh.
And you may be taking a wound. So this is a new rule. Now you get the chance to try and soak this wound or absorb this wound. And the way you do that is you spend a Benny, and then you get to make a vigor roll to see if you can resist the damage that's being done to you.
Yes. I will
So we'll spend the Benny, and then so you make a vigor roll, and you just need to get a 4 or better.
do.
You do. So yeah, roll that vigor,
Oh.
which vigor. Yeah. So what is and then plus the wild die like normal.
Okay, here we go. I'm in pain though. I can't. I am in.
Oh, easy. So he comes out to like trying almost like he's just going to drive into your shoulder, and just at the last moment, you dodge out of the way where his hand would have hit you, and you can see that he had a lot of momentum behind there, but you get out of the way and it does not hit you. So you do not take that wound. So you've successfully avoided that. Nicely done. And it is now your turn.
My turn?
It is your turn to go.
All
Yeah,
right,
you're in
so what
diamond.
is happening? So now we're still being attacked by zombies. There are
You're
multiple.
still being attacked by zombies, but
Right.
both Roy and Charles are kind of running towards the lodge. That seems to be the safest place to go at the moment.
All right. Well, you know, I think it's very important for everyone to understand there is common sense with monsters and these zombies. You know, when you try to reason with them, if they are not listening to you, you have to use your common sense. And so I'm going to use my common sense to try to make I'm going to probably try to lock them in some kind of in this place where all the skis are. I'm going to lock them in because my common sense is just stop them, and then I can call help to help us. So
All right.
lock them in somewhere. I hope it is not where Ricky is hiding.
All
But
right.
it
So
could be. It could be.
so just so I get this straight, so you're going to kind of go over to where like the skis are kind of all leaned up and try and like set something to trap them into that.
Yes.
All right. Make me that's very clever. Make me a repair roll and see if you can whip that trap up as you run away and over to that nearby ski stuff. And
Okay, good. You repair them. I will make a trap.
Nice.
Oh my gosh, your dice are on fire tonight, man.
Diane, you're great at this. You're such a good gamer.
that is
I don't know this.
really, really good. Jeez. So what was the final result there? 17 plus 2 is 19. Oh yeah. Okay. So so you run over and there's like a just kind of a little corral type cable there for the skis, and you're able to flip the latch and pull this cable out and string it across to another ski section across the way, essentially creating this tripwire which will stop them from advancing any further. And then you start beating feet over to the lodge as well. And you see the ball players and even Chris Kremens, they're like kind of caught. They can't quite get through it. But that leaves us with Ricky, who's sort of kind of behind the line, still hiding. Ricky, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
Well, I have does the spirit test come into this at all?
You could do that at this particular point in time to do your little Ricky special ability if you'd like. Yes. But go ahead.
I was just going to say, I think he would surprise everybody at this point, but that's okay. Because what I think he would do is Diane and everybody are in this room, like with this they've just put up these cables, but the zombies are still coming after them. And then the zombies notice another door right next door that Diane didn't see where they can get in also. But what they don't see is Ricky has taken, those orange snow nets they have that they, build up snow with.
Yeah,
and,
yep.
And he runs up. Nobody could believe it was Ricky doing this. And he ties it around them so that he puts one ski pole full of them in one end and one ski pole in the other end. And now they're just like completely, because they're not really smart. They're zombies. And so Ricky has just basically saved them all. Now they are still behind the door there. They're still stuck in that room.
They would still be stuck, just outside. Just outside the lodge. All right. So go ahead and make your spirit test, and let's see if you're successful in your efforts to activate your power. I mean, you can still make your chance to do this. Absolutely.
So I'm going to hit my. It's a D6 for me, and there it is. And
all right. So you were successful. So you're going to get a +2 to your next roll that you're trying to do this. So as you're trying to set the ski fence or the snow fence trap. Kind of containment. This sounds. We'll go ahead and put this into fighting, and I'm going to say that because the zombies are still kind of like moving around as you're trying to wrap them in the snow fencing, that's going to give a -2 to the roll. But because you have the +2, it's going to net out to a 0. So it's just going to be a straight fighting roll as Ricky jumps up from his hiding place to go and make this attempt.
Okay, here I go.
All right, a 5. That is a success. We'll say because you didn't get a raise. Oops. Yeah, there we go. Okay, because you didn't get a raise, you got almost all of them. There's about 2 or 3, and plus you're noticing out here in the snowy area that there are more zombies coming. So while you may have wrapped up the ball players, there are definitely some more coming, and all your companions are running in towards the lodge. And you can certainly head that in direction as well if you'd like.
Yeah, I think I would head into the lodge.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So the 4 of you race away from, and we're out of combat at this moment. But the 4 of you race into the lodge, and it's Charles, then Roy, then Monique, then Ricky, and you go in there, and Ricky, you're last, and you can see and you even hear all these more patrons for the festival coming at you, zombie-wise. They're coming at you, and you run in and you kind of scramble around as there are a few zombies in the lodge here as well. And you dart here and there, eventually shutting yourself into a room and locking the door behind you. And the 4 of you have run to a place of safety, at least for the moment. And I think before anything more happens, if you guys are okay with this, we'll take a short 5-minute break. And I realized we didn't do the giveaway at the beginning of the thing. And so we should do one of those gift certificate giveaways right now, Eric.
Okay.
And then we'll do another one when we come back from the break. This is for a Pinnacle Entertainment gift certificate.
All right. Well, Chris, it looks like we've got about right now 20 people in the chat. So how about rolling a D20 for me?
I would love to roll a D20 for you. Let's do that right now. Boom. Number 2.
Number 2 is one-sided die. That is our friend Eugene.
Oh, excellent. Cool. All right. Write that down.
I of course did not count myself in this roll, so that's why Eugene was number 3 down, but that's because in the chat I'm on the top. So
yeah, nicely done. All right, well done, sir. You got yourself a Peg Inc. gift certificate. So okay, so we're gonna take a 5-7 minute break or so, and then we'll come back and we'll find out what's going to happen to these guys now that they're locked in this room away from the zombies.
Amazing. So do we just leave this thing going?
Yep.
While I go eat? Awesome.
Yep.
back.
Hi.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Hi, back from the intermission. Thanks for sticking around. Appreciate it. We're going to pick things back up. If you are just joining us, of course, we're playing Better Off Undead, which is a sequel of sorts to Better Off Dead, the classic movie from the 80s. Our players, we have, of course, Diane Franklin, Savage Steve Holland, Maddie Graham, and Eric Ousley. Playing Monique, Ricky, Charles DeMar, and everybody's favorite, Roy Stalin. We've got one more giveaway we're going to do, but before we do that, Diane, speaking of Better Off Dead, you're actually doing something in regards to that.
Yes, I am. I actually, for those of you who love Better Off Dead, I am writing a book, like a tribute book to Better Off Dead. So stay connected with me on social media, Twitter, Diane Franklin 80, Facebook. I'm also under actress Diane Franklin on Instagram. And this book is a love fest. And it is going to be the sweetest, coolest book ever. And if you're a fan of Better Off Dead, just keep connected with me because I plan to have it out next year. I was going to do it first in this year, but this year's been really bad and I didn't want it to be associated with this year.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
And the whole new year, 2021. But it's going to be wonderful. And I've got some wonderful interviews from surprise people, one of them being Savage Steve, and also Aaron Dozier. So
We love Aaron.
saying hello.
We certainly talk about how much we love Aaron Dozier.
We love you, Aaron, and we wish you were here. And I hope you can hear me. I hope you're there. But anyway, so he gave a lovely interview as well. And it's going to be just a lovely book. So I'm very excited. And there's a lot of different people are in it and photos and great stories and things I never even knew about Better Off Dead. So
Interesting.
please stay connected with me. If you love this film, you're going to love this book. And I'm doing it completely out of my love for the film. So
Nice.
Milk buckets.
We also, a bit of an exclusive, by the way, for those of you who just joined, we learned what the name of Charles DeMarce's brother is earlier in the session, and it is Laurel. His name is Laurel, which is something that was never revealed in the movie. All right, so before we jump back into the action, thank you for the comment. For some reason, we have Roy Stalin himself in the chat, but yet at the same time, we also have Roy Stalin, the character in the game. So I'm not really sure exactly how that's working. So let's, if you do want to donate, because part of the reason why we're doing this is for Toys for Tots, for charity. And so on the info tab here in the channel, if you click on that, that takes you to the site where you can donate for that. So
My sister donated it. She's watching. And hi, Squid, I love you.
nice. Thank
Yep.
you.
And
Thank you so
Squid, you're in
much.
the book too. Squid, you're in the book.
Wow. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Cool. All right. So let's do another giveaway. Let's do the second. This is a giveaway for a Pinnacle Entertainment gift certificate, $10, which can be used on their web store at peginc.com. And Eric, do you need me to roll another D20, or what do we need? What do we?
Another
what do we roll?
D20? Yeah, another D20 would be perfect.
All right. here we go.
Now, Eugene, you can't win two, so you've already won once.
That's right. That's right. All right. Number 9.
Okay, there it is.
What are the odds? It's Aaron Dozier.
That would be great.
It would be
Let's see
so
here.
great.
Nope, it's Kitty Cat 513. So Kitty Cat
right.
513. If you want to, you can direct message either Gamers Table on the chat. You could whisper directly to us. Just give us a point of contact where we could send you the gift certificate code.
Yes.
Thanks for watching, Kitty Cat.
Yeah. And we
Yeah.
like kitty cats.
We do like kitty cats here.
We do. We have 2 cameo cats hanging out in Maddie's room, which is actually kind of cool. So they're like little spirit animals, helping these guys succeed, because you guys have been getting, especially you, Diane, have been getting some pretty killer dice rolls which is pretty amazing. So,
I'm just saying this right now. I've never done this before, and neither is Savage. We're both, just completely.
yeah, this is your actual first tabletop RPG experience, right? This is like the first time ever. So this is pretty cool. I'm not gonna
I'm
lie.
hoping people this would be so cool if it was actually a game, like, I don't know, graphics and everything. It would be very cool. So I don't know. I hope someone's thinking of doing that. That'd be cool.
Certainly could be. I mean, it's
If
already
only
written,
someone
That's
was
right.
a
That's right.
Game designer. Huh.
Now we're talking.
Play it? Would you play it my people in the chat room? Please tell them if you would play it.
All right. So when we last left U4, you were about to collect your trophy for winning the snowmobile relay race in incredibly stylish fashion, with an excellent anchor run by Roy Stalin. And as you're about to accept your trophy, suddenly Chris Cremens and the basketball team and a number of other people celebrating and here at the Monster Ski Festival turned into monsters themselves, zombies to be more specific. And they started coming at you. You came up with some pretty clever ways to get them away from you, with Ricky kind of anchoring that, wrapping them up in snow fencing, giving you enough time to escape into the lodge and getting into a room, and you're not really sure exactly what room you are even in. And so you get in there, you turn the lights on, and you realize that you are in kind of a control room, sort of speak. It's like a back office sort of thing. And outside the door, you can hear some shouts, people who probably are not zombies, but then you can also hear some groans and howls of creatures that you are pretty sure are zombies. And this continues for a good several minutes before it finally kind of like winds down. And now you only can hear, as you put your ears up against the door, the occasional shuffling of maybe some feet, and the intermittent kind of sound effect, or sound, not sound effect, it's an actual sound, of things roaming around in the interior of the lodge. What would you like to do?
So what is this room that we're in? Is it?
It's like an administrative office kind of area. So it's there's a few desks. You do happen to see a station where there are some two-way radios. Looks like there's a little bottled water station as well, and posters, and yeah, you're definitely like in the back office sort of area.
Okay. I already have a two-way radio, so I think first thing Roy's going to do is kind of hand out the two-way radios to everybody else, and we'll just like synchronize what channel we're on, so just in case we get separated.
Good idea.
Now we need to find some weapons or something to get out of here.
Yeah, I mean, I think Ricky would certainly notice the trap door above the desk that's in there that he will try really hard to jump up to grab. Kind of like in Better Off Dead when he goes for the balloon, and they push for the thing, but he can't really reach it. So he suggests that maybe he gets on somebody's shoulders, and somebody is Roy.
Roy just kind of he's like goes to hand you this radio, and he's like, you want to do what?
Yes, yeah, and I think that that's the only way to save people is to push open this hatch above them. So I guess Ricky's going to get on the desk, and he's expecting to then step onto your shoulders, Roy. And I think it would be very brave of you to help out.
I very deadpan stare at him for a moment until something like rocks against the door. Okay, fine.
Right.
So as Ricky is climbing onto Roy's shoulders, and he's got that one leg over, Roy, your radio goes off, and there's a voice on the other end, and Roy, and you realize immediately it's Beth. Roy, are you there?
All right. I'm like physically like holding Ricky's legs as I'm being called. So I'll try and like keep him from falling on me and reach down and I'll grab the radio. Beth, where are you?
Oh, what's going on? What's happening?
I don't know. Where are you?
I'm down. I'm in. Where are we? And then you can kind of hear an indistinct voice on the other end. Oh, we're in. Oh gosh, we're down in the Bottom Hill Lodge at the bottom of the hill, and we're in. We're in a freezer. We got into the kitchen in the freezer.
Beth,
and we can hear him pounding outside the door.
Beth, who's we?
Oh, yeah. I'm here with and the voice kind of her voice trails and it comes back on, and you hear another voice and you recognize it immediately as it's Lane. Stalin, is that you?
Meyer.
Okay, look. So, hey, are you alone or are you with anybody?
I'm here with your
and Monique,
girlfriend.
You can
Meyer.
hear it, and you do recognize it as Ricky or as Lane's voice. But go ahead, Roy. Say what you're gonna say.
I'm here with your girlfriend, Meyer, and your neighbor, and your weirdo friend.
Well, okay. I'm here with your girlfriend, and I'm here with my friend's brother, and I'm here with. As he's saying that, you hear it get pulled. You can hear this voice kind of coming up, going, "Give me, give me, give me, give me, give me," and then Lane's voice trails off, and another voice comes on there. Ricky, are you there, Ricky? Ricky, this is your mother. Ricky, answer the phone. Answer the phone, Ricky.
I take the two-way radio because it's like a big a big walkie-talkie looking like an old cell phone looking thing. So I'll just grab the antenna like it's disgusting, and I just kind of hold it up for Ricky.
And Ricky just takes it and then kind of puts his elbow on Roy's head as he really back to Mom, and he goes, "What's up, Mom?" And then
Ricky, are you okay?
I'm fine. I'm just having trouble getting out of here because somebody won't stop moving around and wiggling, and this is why we're in danger. But otherwise, I'm fine. What can I do for you, Mother?
Well, you can come and get me for one thing. I'm stuck in here with this Meyer boy, and then this other. I don't even know who this other one is, but he keeps trying to sniff all the frost in the freezer. I don't know why he's doing that. And then I've got that Beth girl that was that Meyer boy's girlfriend, but I don't even know who she's with right now. But it doesn't really even matter. But Ricky, you need to come down here and get me so we can get out of here.
And that's when I would actually very painfully climb off of Roy and say, "We have to get out of here."
I snatch back my radio and I say, "Why is your pants wet?" As I'm pushing on your bottom.
That must be a skill.
The radio crackles again, and it's back on Lane. And Roy, did you say Monique was there?
Then I just hand Monique my radio and continue hoisting Ricky up.
I take the mic, what is it, radio? How you say? I don't know how you use what word you use. And I say, "Hello, is this
Monique, it's me. It's Lane.
How did college go?"
Oh, actually, yeah, no, it went pretty good. I mean, the tour was nice, and I had the tour guide was very fun. It looks like a pretty good school. I mean, as far as what it is.
What school are you going to go to?
Well, I'm not sure if I'm actually going to go and take it or go there for sure. I mean, I've still got a few more schools to visit, but quit talking to them about school and tell them what you're going to do. But just a minute. No, yeah, it was really nice. I mean, the faculty seemed good, and yeah, it seems like a pretty decent place. So,
Lane, why are you with Beth?
oh yeah, right. Well, Okay, so I was actually coming here to surprise you, and I was down at the bottom lodge, and I didn't necessarily mean to run into Beth, but she just happened to be there, and we were just, talking a little bit, and then everything really started to get really weird, and then people started attacking other people, and their faces looked really, really strange, right? And so me and then Ricky's mom, she came like blowing right past everybody, and we kind of ran into the freezer because that was the only place we could go, and that's where we found Laurel. And he was in there, and he was like trying to inhale a lot of the frost off of the shelves where they keep the food. I don't really know why he's doing that.
All right, I don't know. I feel a little bit like I don't know if I believe you. I have to see. Wait a minute, hold on. Ricky, why are you giving me a picture of yourself right now? What is this? This is not the time to do this.
I want to know who this Laurel guy is with my mom.
You're right. I'm going to give the phone to back to Ricky. Hold on.
Okay. I would ask my mom, like, who is Laurel? And I would then look at Charles and say, I have this feeling that I've heard this name before once in my life. And I'm wondering if this is some connection to Charles.
Charles is currently crawling around on the floor, inhaling dust bunnies. And he kind of like looks up. What? Laurel? Laurel?
Yeah, and then I would say, put Laurel on, Mom. And then Laurel would get on and say to Charles,
Laurel? Why are you here?
Hey, yeah, well, no, I came here to like just kind of check stuff out, and because I remember you had told me like this whole mountain was like pure snow, and this was like synthetic snow that they manufactured, but I got kind of sidetracked, and I'm in here, I got into the freezer, and yeah, it's much finer. It's a much finer quality in here, Charles. You got to get down here, man.
Okay, I'm on my way.
Yeah, bring everybody else too. It's gonna be great.
Okay, all right. All right, so we have to get down there. Apparently there's some really incredible frost down there that I would love to get a sample of. I'm sure that I could sell it for an incredible amount.
It crackles again. Yeah, it's like crystal. It's like crystal rock.
Oh my God, it's crystal, you guys.
I don't even know what that means.
I don't
That's
understand.
because you're not hip to the lingo. God, normies, am I right?
Yeah, you got that right. I'm trying to give some to this Meyer guy, but he's just not interested for some reason. Why this guy?
He's a weenie. I love Lane to death, but he doesn't have it takes a certain kind of person to do crystals,
You got that right. Yeah. And I'm thinking that, and none of the people in here, well, I don't know, the older woman, she looks like she could probably handle it. Yeah, get down here, man. Get down here. We got the door sealed, so whatever's out there is not going to bother us. So come on down.
Perfect.
You must not insult Mother. She can handle it.
Your mom,
Yeah. Yes, she picks her, yes, she picks her nose. All right, now we've got to go.
Right. So So Ricky found a trapdoor in the ceiling. Do you want to go out that way, or do you want to try and go back out the way that you came?
I think that they'll struggle Ricky's going to struggle for as long as he can on Roy's shoulders to get that hatch.
Mm-hmm.
And it turns out it's not even a hatch. It's just like a poster. So then he's going to fall off the table, and then they'll notice that for some reason the zombies have left that one area, and we don't know why. But
yeah, it does. And it does sound quiet, relatively quiet outside the door where you're at.
This might be our chance.
We just go.
Boy, you go first.
All right.
You open the door.
I snatch back my radio and then go to the door, listen to it, and then crack it open and take a quick peek. And
go ahead and make me a notice check.
Okay. Okay. notice. Where's my cursor? There you go. My notice is a D6.
D6. Oh, there you go.
Woo.
Very nice. What did we? 9. Nice. All right. So you peek out the door and you just keep it open just a little bit, and the interior of the lodge looks almost completely different from what it looked like when you were first in here. The furniture has been tipped over. Lights are flickering in a very freaky and spooky way, and so it's casting weird and crazy shadows everywhere. And you think maybe off in the distance you might hear or might have seen something. You definitely can hear like a little bit of shuffling sound, but it sounds like it's relatively distant. And about the only overt sound that's in here is the crackling of the fire in the center of the lodge, but you don't see anybody right away.
Okay. All right.
So it looks like you might have a clear shot to get outside.
Right. Okay. So I turn and look back and I go, this might be our chance. And this isn't like an administrative, like back office.
Correct.
So obviously they would have like their like, who's monitoring like the ski lift, you know, the chairs and whatnot on a clipboard hanging up next to the door. So I'll just grab it and I'll look at everyone else and say, grab something that you can arm yourself with. And I hold up my clipboard and then just step out the door and start running.
Nice. All right. What are the rest of you going to try and grab something, or?
Well, Ricky is going to take it's going to seem weird for a second. It's going to grab a much larger ski jacket than even he has, because his is pretty big.
Okay.
He's going to get a much larger one, and then he's going to just grab Monique and put her in it and button her up so that if they eat him, they'll have to go through her. So that's what he's going to do first. So her little head will be out, and she'll be like, "Ricky, no!" But I think that's what Ricky would do.
All right. Excellent. All right. So it's like 2 people in a big coat. I love it. Okay.
And one
All right.
doesn't want to be there.
At this moment, I pretend I do not speak English.
And Charles, are you grabbing anything at all?
Yeah, there's half of a set of skis in the administrative office that were broken. It looks like the ski shoe doesn't like clip all the way in, so he grabs one of those. And of course, at any given moment, I want everyone to assume that if there's something to be knocked over, he knocks it over on accident.
Perfect. Yeah. So you take this maybe like, broken ski, and you're just spinning in this circle as you're trying to get your bearings, and office supplies are just spraying everywhere as you're going, and you guys creep out. And I'm going to, because you escaped, by the way, I forgot to reward you each with an additional Benny for your clever escapes from the zombies earlier. Roy now, for those of you keeping count at home, has 6 bennies. He has yet to spend one. I got to get you to spend some bennies.
When you roll like this, you don't need bennies.
That's true. That's true. All right. So you all start kind of creeping your way through this rather scary and uneasy setting of this interior of the lodge. And again, like I said, lights are flickering, and you do hear some shuffling noises as you're making your way. But go ahead and make me a stealth roll as you're making your way through.
Here's everyone.
And let me ask, just out of curiosity, is Charles going to move like he normally does with this ski, so he might actually have a penalty to his stealth roll because he's, kind of swinging this thing around, or?
Yeah, I think that's fair for
Okay.
him to take penalties on stealth rolls there.
All right, so Charles, we'll give you a -1, and I think we're going to give Ricky a -1 as well, because he's got to coordinate movement with Monique as they kind of 2-person walk in this huge ski rescue coat through the lodge out the exit. So yeah, go ahead and roll your stealth, and Ricky, you're at a -1. And Monique, you may as well roll yours as well at a -1, and then Charles at a -1, and then Roy, you're normal. All right, Roy, that is a success with a 5. Oh, you're muted, Diane, if you're trying to talk. Monique only gets a 2, which is not a success, unless you want to use a Benny. Oh, you're still muted.
Uh-oh.
Oh. Nope, can't hear you. Still, you.
Can I make her?
Okay, well, she's
Oh,
figuring
there
out.
she
Go
goes.
ahead and roll
Yeah.
yours.
Yeah.
Oh, there
I
you
want
go.
that Benny. I want to use the Benny.
Want to
Let's
use a
do
Benny. All right, all right.
Yes.
Monique spends it, so go ahead and re-roll that, Monique.
Okay, here we go. And there.
Okay, 3 minus 1 is
Oh,
2, so
I
that's
want
still
another Benny. I want another Benny.
okay. This is your last one. Just letting you
I'm
know.
stuck in the coat, okay? And I can't move, so you have to understand my rolls aren't as good as they were. Okay, I'm gonna try to really get in a good position. And I'm going to make that roll now. I'm in the coat. And okay, here we go. It's a good one. It's gonna be a good one.
No, it's
Oh.
actually so 2 is the best. All right, and you
put
are.
me in the coat, and now I can't roll.
It's a cursed coat.
It's a cursed coat. It's too hard. You got me all squished.
Go ahead, Charles and Ricky, roll that stealth.
This is Ricky. I'm sorry, stealth, right? Okay, so go ahead, Charles.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm so good at these.
Ooh.
Oh.
There you go. 5 minus 1 is a 4. That's still a success. So you very comically go through and you keep kind of turning as you're hearing noises, but yet you're just missing everything to knock it over just by mere inches. But you are able to make it out. And go ahead,
Okay,
Ricky, and roll that stealth.
it's Ricky. Ooh.
All right, 5 minus 1 is 4. Okay, so here's how this plays out. So the 4 of you are making your way, doing your thing to get out of the lodge, and we get to this point where there is this large knocked over couch that you can't circumvent, so you have to go over it. And Roy gets over it no problem. Charles kind of does this weird pole vault type thing as he plants the ski and kind of climbs over it, but he gets out. And Ricky and Monique, or what would we call it? Maybe it would be like Mickey or Ronique or whatever. The 2 of you start climbing over this in your combined coat, and there's a misstep as you come over the top, and Monique kind of falls out of the coat as she comes down, and she kind of clatters down to the ground, knocking a few things over as Ricky kind of tumbles over her, but still lands on his feet. And as soon as you do that, behind you, you hear this, and you turn and look, and Monique, you turn and look, and you see there's like the camera zooms into your face, and then it zooms over, and there's 2 or 3 other zombies across the lodge, and they see you, and they immediately start running, and the 2 of you dash out into the snow where Roy and Charles already are putting on skis to head down the slopes. And the 2 of you hurriedly put on your skis, and it is time to go down the slopes. And the way we're going to do this, we're going to treat this kind of like a combat of sorts, because you get out and you get suited up and you start pulling with your poles or pushing with your poles to get going. And you're looking behind you and you're noticing that these zombies have also suited up with their own skis and poles, and they are coming right behind you. And you're skiing down the hill as they are coming at you, also on skis. So here we go. Roy, Jack of clubs. Keep that much close to my face. Ricky, nice. Ace of diamonds. Very
Ooh.
fast, Ricky. Charles, 4 of clubs. And Monique, King of clubs. Very nice. Nice high cards.
Finally.
And the skiing zombies get a joker.
Oh, no.
Okay. So a joker, what does that mean? So what it means when you get a joker is I get benefits, I get bonus to my die rolls for just this round only. And then I get an additional Benny because I drew a joker. And if you guys get a joker, you'll get an additional Benny as well. But I got it this time. So, and also with the joker, I can go whenever I want to go. and I don't think I'm going to go first right this round. But all four of you have started to ski down the slope toward the lodge to go and rescue your loved ones. And Ricky, you could actually get to act first. What would you like to do as these zombies are closing in on you on their own skis? And you've still got the big jacket on, I'm assuming, yes?
Yes, and what you didn't see was that right before I helped Monique to get to her skis, I bumped into that couch you were talking about,
Mm-hmm.
and it started to move, and it started to slide on the ice. And as we're all going down the hill, I noticed the couch is actually to my right, and it's moving very quickly, and it's very comfortable. So I sit on it. And right now, I'm very comfortable sitting on my couch, going down that hill like at about 90 miles an hour, watching everybody else struggle as they ski.
All right, perfect. And I'm going to say, go ahead and make me an athletics roll, Ricky. I want to check something here.
All right, here comes an athletics roll, D6. Oh.
Okay. All right. That's fine. You don't wipe out or anything. I mean, you're still able to kind of steer this couch as you're going down. It's a nice leather couch, and it's just providing a lot of extra speed as you're going through there. And now one of the zombies is getting kind of close to you. If you'd like, you can try and steer the couch into the zombie if you'd like, or you could try and steer away from it if you'd like as well.
I was gonna try to jump over it on a mogul.
You can 100% do that because he's gonna try and cut you off. But yeah, if you want to try and jump him on a mogul, hell yeah.
We'll call it a zomski. The zomski will be ahead of us and ahead of me, and then I'll just steer my couch to get a good lift, a good jump right over him.
Okay, perfect. Make me another athletics roll for this attempt to do this to the zombie.
All right, here we go. I'm jumping.
That's a success with a raise. All right, so not only are you going to successfully jump this mogul and get the zombie who's trying to cut you off, you're going to kind of cause this zombie to wipe out. So tell me how this looks as you do this.
Well, it's obviously going to leave like some parts behind. Like I will end up with like the top half of the zombie with his arm around me. And then I'll have to hit another bump to kind of loosen him and get rid of him. And then I would aim for Monique to see if I could get her into that position.
Position on the couch?
Yeah.
Okay. So you do that and you land and you're kind of now angling towards Monique. And I think, let's see. I think I'm going to go next. I'm going to use my Joker and jump in front of everybody else. So Ricky, you kind of took care of yours with the couch. These other zombies that are skiing down, coming at you at these angles, they're going to try and wipe you guys out with their poles and tangle you up. So let me get back to the zombie stats here. All right. So the first one's going to come up on Roy as you're zipping back and forth and back and forth. And he comes in with his poles and he tries to kind of put them in between your legs to trip you up, but you're able to kind of bat it aside, Roy, as he's not able to tangle them with you. And then Charles, you've got one coming up on you as well. Ooh, I'm going to re-roll that. I'm going to spend a Benny and re-roll that because I don't want to accept a 1. Oh, that's even worse. And even with my plus, well, what's your parry, Charles? I may have hit you.
4.
4. The Joker gives me a +2 to my rolls for that particular round. And with that +2, that 4 does hit. So Charles, this one comes up and he actually spears your top hat, or he's going for your top hat. And let's see what kind of damage he does to you here. We're gonna do strength plus D4. So we're looking at 7 points of damage total. Charles, what is your toughness?
1. Or no, oh my gosh, sorry. That's 1 over
That's
6
1
with my
over?
toughness. Yeah.
All right, so you right now, Charles, you are shaken. which is okay. You can have a chance to get rid of that when it's your turn. So he kind of gets his ski pole stuck in your top hat. And then Monique, you've got one coming up right behind you, and he's going to try and take you out as well. And Monique, your parry is a 5, I believe you said?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
All right. So this one, he comes up, he comes also over a mogul jump, and he goes to come and land right on top of you. So we're going to do strength plus D4 damage as well, which is only 3 plus 2 is 5. What is your toughness, Monique?
My toughness is a 5.
Is a 5. Okay, so that is enough to make you shaken. You're not wounded, but you'll have a chance to get rid of the shaken here in a moment. But yeah, he comes down, he lands hard next to you and kind of shakes you up just a little bit. But he's not able to take you down or knock you down, which was his goal. And now, Monique, it is your turn. So the first thing you need to do to become unshaken. You need to make me a spirit roll.
Okay. I will do this. I will make this spirit roll. Here we go.
There you go. 4 is all you needed. So you're not shaken. So he lands hard next to you, but you're able to keep your footing and stay on your skis and keep going. And now it is your turn, but the zombie is right there next to you. You can try and ski away from him. You could take a swing at him with your ski pole if you'd like. Yep.
I will.
All right.
Take a ski pole. Yes.
All right. That's going to be a fighting roll. So go ahead and make me a fighting check on this.
Okay.
See, look at it. You're out of the coat, and then you get the you get the big die roll again. So we got an 8, which definitely beats their parry. So you have hit this thing, Monique. So now go ahead and roll damage, and the damage on the ski pole is going to be your strength die plus a D4. So go ahead and hit the D4 plus wild, and then we'll actually just add that result together.
Right, here we go.
So that's going to be 7 points of damage. You have shaken that zombie. So he lands next to you hard, and you kind of wobble a little bit, but regain your footing and just, come back hard with your ski pole, and you clock this thing right in its face, and it is shaken. Nicely done. Next up is Roy.
All right, so Ricky's on the couch. He's steering towards Monique like he's trying to scoop her up onto the couch. Is this correct?
Is that right? Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
And then Charles has one kind of around him. What Roy wants to do is he wants to tuck and just accelerate, go around Charles and try and grab onto him and throw him onto the couch with the intent of we're going to turn this couch into a toboggan. Or like a bobsled,
Okay.
And we're gonna ride this whole thing down.
Nice. All right, that I love it. That definitely sounds like an athletics roll for sure.
Okay. Athletics. So a 7.
That is success. So say it again. So you wanted to
So
get
I
around?
tucked and accelerated around Charles enough where I could grab a hold of him and push him into the couch as it's
Got
rotating to scoop Monique, so that way it will also scoop Charles. And just as a tail end, I just kind of turn, so that way I want to be coming up behind the couch as it's going down, because I want to help try and steer it.
Perfect. Okay, so make me a strength roll, Roy, and let's see if you can get a good enough shove on Charles to get him onto the couch.
Okay.
Oh,
Boom,
geez.
boom, boom.
Holy cow.
Oh,
Whoa, 28.
Jeez.
All right. So
Get in the couch.
Charles, we're going to give you, so he's able to push you enough. So as long as you make your athletics roll, if you choose to get on the toboggan couch, we're going to definitely give you a good sizable plus to your roll. But first things first, Charles, you need to unshake, and you need to make that spirit roll.
All right.
You can do it.
Not only can you do it, you did do it. So you are unshaken, Charles. So you can act, and you can still do something before you get pushed or accept the push onto the couch. If you want to, because this thing still has, it's got its ski pole kind of tied up in your top hat.
I think that I will let it have the top hat, but I do think that I've got that broken ski in my arm still, and I think that I turn around and I just like toss it, because Roy was being really thoughtful here. There's actually a group of trees coming up that are pretty close together, and Charles is pretty sure that the ski is long enough that it'll like catch both the trees and kind of like do a clothesline.
Oh, nice. Okay, sweet. Make me make me an athletics roll for that, to place that.
Ah, yes, I keep doing this thing that I'm notably the worst at.
Oh,
Eh?
oh,
Jeez,
oh.
Whoa.
not bad. A 15, I'd say that's still pretty good. Perfect. All right. So yeah, so you're able to angle, and you just like you go between the trees and drop the ski pole, and it catches on these two branches perfectly. And then you go to make your move to get on the couch. And so go ahead and make a strength roll. I'm sorry, make me another athletics roll, but you're going to get a +4 to this because of Roy's push. 3 + 4 is 7. So yeah, you, Charles, you're able to just kind of like leap up, use the momentum from Roy's push, and land in the. Is Ricky like in the pole position on this toboggan? Is he like right up in front?
No, he's sitting in the back. He's
in
like,
the back.
like leaning against back there while everybody's getting in front of him.
Okay, cool. So yeah, so Charles, yeah, you're somewhere in the front rank there, or the front, position on that sled. All right, awesome.
Did I get picked up yet?
You have not gotten picked up yet.
Right, that's what I was
That
wondering.
might be this round. It all depends how this goes. So Roy, 2 clubs, but you're quick.
Yep.
So that doesn't count. But a queen of diamonds will work. Okay, Ricky steering the sled with a 9 of hearts. Charles, 10 of diamonds. And Monique, 3 of hearts. And oh my gosh, and the zombies get a 2 of spades. So even with your 3, Monique, you're still going to go ahead of the zombies, which is great.
Good.
All right, so Roy, you're first up, and there are still a few zombies on the slopes coming and angling towards you, but you still can obviously do whatever the heck you want, man.
All right. So so Charles is now on the couch. Monique looks like she's just about to be on the couch. So
Yes.
I'll just go like right behind Ricky. So my head is like right next to Ricky's head as I'm like holding on to the back of this couch, and I'm trying to angle my skis to help steer.
Okay.
And that's and as if any of them get close, I'll just kind of try and swat them with my ski pole.
All right. Make me because Ricky's he's going to be trying to kind of the primary driver. So go ahead and make an athletics roll to support Ricky in this regard.
All right.
So this will end up being a bonus for you.
I will
Okay, so
use-
it's not a success.
I will
You
use
got
a Benny.
6 bennies.
Yes, I
You're
have
gonna use
6
a Benny?
Yep, I'm gonna use a Benny.
All right, let's re-roll that bad boy.
Boom.
Oh my gosh. There we go. 12. That's success with 2 raises. Okay, so Ricky, as Roy is helping you guide this thing down here, you're going to get a +2 to your driving roll, essentially, or your athletics roll to steer this toboggan couch as you continue down the slope. I'm sorry, the visual of this couch going down the ski slope with zombies chasing it it's really in my head right now. It's great.
Athletics roll.
Yeah, when it comes to your turn, so don't do it yet.
Boy, I almost did.
Charles, it is your action. Now there are a couple of zombies have kind of like creeped in on the sides here, kind of where you are, but you can either try and assist Ricky in his eventual driving of this thing, or you can do something against these zombies or something else, whatever you want to do.
I don't think I should be driving.
Fair, fair.
Instead, Charles reaches into his coat and grabs the first thing that he can lay his mitts on, which happens to be the miniature bong that's shaped like a ski sled. It was, he themed for the day,
Absolutely.
and he's just gonna huck it at one of the zombies.
Perfect. Okay. Throwing in this game is also covered by athletics. So make that chuck, but your target number is just a 4. You don't have to beat their parry. And that is a hit. So you chuck this bong and it hits. We're going to say this does, let's do 2d4 for damage on this.
Okay.
Well, let me ask you, is it just like is it a glass bong? Is it a pewter?
I think that this would be a glass bong.
Glass bong? Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
I think that's probably the two little. So what I'm envisioning is a bong that basically is on skis. So I think the skis are probably plastic, though.
Nice. All right. Yeah. So 2d4 for damage. For chucking the ski bong. All right, so 4 points in. So it hits the zombie kind of in the side of its head, and he moves a little bit, but it doesn't seem to affect him in any negative way. Okay, Ricky, it is now your turn. You've got you got a couple zombies either side. You got Roy behind you helping you out. You've got Monique angling in, or you're angling in towards Monique to get her on the couch. And so it's up to you if you want to try and punch through to get Monique, or if you want to use your driving to kind of like sideswipe a couple of these zombies. What are you thinking?
I would try to grab her.
Okay.
And because I think that something good could happen if he sort of stands up to kind of reach for her. So now he's on the couch, standing there, reaching for her, which will turn into trouble soon enough. But I don't know at what point you want me to tell you what's going to happen.
It's just like when you grabbed me during the dance.
Yeah. So he's going to grab her. Okay.
Okay. Yep. Make me. This sounds like agility actually for what you want to do. So not athletics, but roll your agility as you kind of stand up and to try and grab her.
Yes.
And I'm going to give you a minus. Well, let's see. I'll give you a straight roll because Roy's kind of helping to steady the couch.
That's true. Okay. Cool. All right. Here I go.
5. That is enough to be successful. So you're able to grab Monique, and you've got a hold of her. And now make me a strength roll to pull her successfully onto the couch.
Here we go. Okay, so that's ready. Here I go.
Mm-hmm. Oh, geez. Okay, 10. Nice. So yeah, you just pluck Monique off of her skis, up into the air, and then swing her back down into a position on the couch just in time for Monique to act. So Monique, it is your turn. So you can do something while you're flying in the air while Ricky's pulling you over, or you can wait until you land. But either way, it is your turn.
I'm thinking maybe I land and then I am now in the front. So that means I can drive. And
Okay.
so I want to use my smarts, or I don't know what I would use, but I'm in the front. So now I'm going to go ski down to lane.
Okay, perfect. I would say go ahead and make it as a driving roll. And because you got Roy kind of taking care of the back, I'll give you a +2 to your driving roll for this. As you.
Oh, good. Okay, okay.
There you go. 7 + 2 is a 9, which is a success with the raise. So you kind of you take control and you kind of shout out left, right, and you're moving this as it's going. And Roy is kind of using his skis in the back to help make that happen. And you're slowly kind of dodging out of the way of.
On the side with skiing too.
Yes, yeah, they're right there, and yeah, you might clip one off and cause it to wipe out. But you're able to get it aimed and angled right towards the lodge, which you can now see from where you're at. Excuse me. And It is now time for the zombies to go. So a couple of them push forward and really kind of drive fast and come at. And Roy, they're going to try and trip you up once again on there.
Okay.
And then one is going to come at the couch and going to try and just basically bump into it and kind of tip the whole thing over.
Wait,
So
I have a quick question. Are the
Yes.
zombies on one ski? Are they
None of
riding
them are.
bicycles on one ski?
None of them are riding bicycles on one ski, or none of them are riding bicycles, and none of them are on one ski. But there may be that may come into play later. Just so
All right.
you know,
Fine.
there's
just
a very
checking.
good chance. Oh yeah. Okay, so on Roy. Ooh, Roy, what's your parry?
My parry is 6.
Oh, damn. I'll spend one more Benny. I almost got you. There we go.
Oof.
All right, boom. I got you with a raise, Roy.
Yes.
All right. So that's going to be an additional. So let's do 2d6 first and then plus a d4. So let's see. Oh, there it goes. Oh, geez, that's horrible damage. Getting low on bennies here.
Use it. Use it.
I don't have nearly as many as you do.
I know.
boy.
Do it.
Let me roll my d4 first and see what the total is.
Uh-oh.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Oh.
Okay. That's much better.
Whoa. Wait a minute. Stop.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, so Roy, 17 points of damage as this zombie comes up with like a ski pole, like a lance, and just driving it into you. What is your toughness?
My toughness is 5.
5. So that's 5, 9, 13, 17. This is what? What is that? 3 wounds?
3
going at
wounds.
you?
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, so the zombie comes just barreling towards you, and he's got his ski pole out like a lance, and he kind of trying to drive it into your gut. Go ahead and make that vigor roll. I'm assuming you're going to try and soak this.
Yes, I am. So
right.
spend a Benny. Vigor is D6. All right. Spend
Do it
another.
again.
Spend another Benny.
All right. That will soak 1.
Right. And if I spend a Benny, then that one soak goes away, correct? Or do they compound?
You'll still get the best of whatever you roll.
Okay. I'll do it one more time.
Okay.
Same thing.
All right. So the same thing. All right. So you soak 1 wound. So you actually, so it kind of catches you right in the side, Roy. And yeah, you do. You take 2 wounds.
Oof.
And the other zombie comes up and he's going to try and knock over the couch. As you hear Roy yell out in pain.
Oh no.
All right. So boom, he hits the couch, and let's see how much damage he does here. We'll do strength plus D4 again on this. All right. So he doesn't beat the couch's toughness. So the zombie, he comes up on the other side and he slams into the couch and it shakes just a little bit. But Monique, you're able to maintain control, and none of you get knocked out as you continue on. And here we go, last round before you get to the lodge. Roy, 2 of hearts, but you're quick. So how about a queen of hearts? Ricky, king of spades. Charles gets a 3 of diamonds. And Monique gets a 5 of hearts. And the zombies get a 7 of clubs. So Ricky, you're first. You've still got a couple zombies kind of nearby, and you're on a perfect shot towards the lodge, and you also have a wounded and wincing in pain Roy right behind you.
Mm-hmm. Well, what's happening though is that I'm still standing on the couch as I just helped Monique go flung into the front.
Yes.
What nobody saw was the lower tree limb that we're going under. And I'm able to grab onto that limb as the zombies all now converge on this couch. And everybody grabs each other's jackets, and we all just yank ourselves off the couch. And the couch keeps going with the zombies now on it, and goes into the snowmaking machine and basically are chewed up, kind of like, it's basically like a, what do you call those things that you...
Oh, like a wood chipper?
It's a wood chipper. It's basically, yeah, it's like a wood chipper machine. But, they go there, the couch hits the wood chipper machine, all the zombies that had attacked and now are falling on the couch, go in the wood chipper, gross stuff comes out, and we're all Phew, we've just hung there and doing pretty well right now. But Charles is hurt.
Roy, yes.
Right.
Okay, so
I have a question. When you were holding on to the branch, did we go and do all of us do that thing where you go around the branch all together?
you wrap around.
I want
We'll see, because first thing Ricky's got to do is actually grab the branch successfully and hang on. So
Yeah.
Ricky, I'm going to have you make me. I'm going to say you're able to go ahead and grab the branch, but I want you to make me a strength check to hang on, and then we're going to have everybody else, if they want to grab on to you, make a certain check.
Sure.
So make that strength check, Ricky.
Here I go. This is my strength check. Is that
All right. So Ricky, you've grabbed a hold of the branch. You've got it. So you're secure on there. Roy, you're next.
Okay. So I will I'm behind Ricky. So as Ricky stands up, he grabs onto the branch and his legs just kind of go right over me, and I just drop my ski poles, grab onto him, and as everyone else is doing their thing, Roy's going to try and kick the back of the couch, so as the zombies are going down, instead of going straight down, they're like a pirouette down.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So go ahead and make me. This sounds. Let's see. What are you feeling? You feeling agility, or you feeling fighting and trying to grab his legs?
Grab onto his legs. Agility or fighting, it's the same for me. So.
All right. So yeah, make it agility then.
It's all equally good for Roy. Oof, that sucked.
Ooh.
I will use a Benny. How many more I got?
You are down to now your last Benny.
This is my last Benny.
Yeah.
All right, use it.
All right. Well, I mean, no, that was your second to last.
Okay,
You still have
so
one left.
this one being my last. So now I have one last Benny. Okay,
Correct.
So, gotcha.
So, yep, boom. Yeah, you got a good grip on to Ricky's legs, and you've been able to give the couch a little push, and it starts to spin in circles. And the zombies that are nearby, as this couch is starting to spin, they're going to try and make the last stabs against Charles and Monique, who are on there. Charles, what is your parry? Because I believe I did hit you.
Not that.
Ooh, man, the second half.
Oh.
The second half has been very good to me. Charles, what is your toughness?
Not that.
What is it?
6.
6? Okay. So that's just.
Hold on. I'm raging right now though because I was shaken before. I haven't made any melee attacks yet, but it does add 2 to my toughness.
Oh, okay. So
8.
8. So that is just. What did I get? 13. So that is shaken and a wound. You have shaken and a wound coming at you. So go ahead and I'm going to spend a Benny or one of your bennies so you can soak. Roll that bigger.
Not good.
Do you want to do it again? You have 3 left, Charles.
I'll go ahead and give that another try.
All right. There you go.
That's
So
better.
so he stabs at you as he comes by, but it just catches into your coat, your long wool duster, as it's kind of like flapping in the wind, and it just kind of catches on that, and he loses his ski pole as it comes by. And then Monique, one is going to attempt to stab at you as well.
All right. Okay. So
Hold on, I gotta hit you first here. What's your parry, Monique? 5, I believe.
Oh, my parry's 5.
5. Okay, so I did get you. Let's see what we got here. And goodness, what's your toughness? 5 again, I believe.
Yes.
Okay, so Monique, so he does kind of hit you on the side of your head a little bit. You're shaken, but you are not wounded. And that's all that the zombies can do this turn. So Monique, it is now your turn. So you need to unshake first because the zombie did clock you in the side of your head. So roll that spirit.
Okay. Spirit. Okay, got it. Here we go. Can't see it.
It should pop up here soon. Come on, roll 20. You can do it.
I only see a 2.
I don't see that. I don't see anything.
Yeah, I don't see anything yet.
There it goes.
There it is.
Okay, so that is okay. So Monique, you are you're not able to unshake. So the hit kind of affects you too much, and it's all you can do to just kind of hang on to the couch.
Well, what if I do the Benny?
You don't have any bennies left.
Oh my goodness! How did I do this? How did I do this? Lane, where are you? Lane, help me! Lane!
So you're crying, you're screaming Lane's name as you hang on, and that's all you can do for your action because you're unable to unshake. But Charles, you get to round out this round, and you see Roy. The couch is spinning. Monique is hanging on because she's hurt, but you see Ricky and Roy kind of grabbing, doing this whole tree limb thing, so you can grab onto Roy's skis and or legs, or you can ride the spinning couch down.
I'm gonna stick with Monique.
You stick with Monique?
Yeah.
All right, but you can still do something though. You still absolutely have an action.
Help,
Yeah.
Charles! Help! Help me, Charles! You know what to do. Come on, Charles!
And
Monique,
there
we
are
got this.
Little
We figured
buckaroo!
something out. And let's see. I think that Charles is going to try to
Snort
make
some snow and think of something.
the opposite of what we need right now. Weirdly enough, Charles is going to try to. He's not like huge, but he's a 22-year-old man on a spinning couch. So he's going to try to throw his weight in the opposite direction to see if he can like stop the couch from spinning. So hopefully it can be steered a little bit more effectively.
all right, excellent. This sounds. What do you want? This sounds more like strength, I think, than athletics.
It sure does. And lucky for me, I have an increased strength die right now, thanks
Oh,
to
nice.
my my berserk.
Your berserkness, beautiful.
Yeah.
All right, make that strength roll. And you get a +2 to this.
No, so that's
Oh,
only
it's
to
just-
toughness rolls.
Okay,
And I
got
get an increased die.
Oh.
But I'll go ahead and Benny it.
Okay, you can do so, and just use 4 is still a success, but go ahead and absolutely do that.
I just want to see if we can do better. If we can get an edge, then or not an edge.
Heck yeah,
Nice.
that is a great use of a Benny. All right. So, do you want to describe, because basically you can right this couch and you can take out these remaining zombies that are around you, and you can push them into the snow machine if you'd like, or if you have a different description you want to do, Charles, this is your thing. So what do you want to do?
No, so I think that what Charles ends up doing, he takes one of his ski poles and he just shoves it so hard into the ground and he pushes in the opposite direction, and the zombies kind of like had the pattern of the rotation like down a little bit, and so they were using that to their advantage, and so the rhythm is thrown off, and so they just get knocked entirely off course and they go flying into the wood chipper.
Nice. Yeah. And they just get chewed up in there as the couch kind of comes to a slow sliding stop at the base or right at the door of the lodge, the Bottom Hill Lodge, and Ricky and Roy kind of roll around. They absolutely do the whole cartoony roll around the lower branch and come back down, and they've been able to work it so that Roy lands on his skis and Ricky lands on his shoulders, just like in The Office, and they then follow and come to a skiing stop at the bottom of the right next to the couch at the bottom of the hill. Well done. You guys have gotten away from that. And because that was actually pretty well done for all of you, I'm going to give you all 2 bennies each. So let me just put those. Ricky now is in the Benny lead here. Ricky, I think you've got like 5 bennies there, brother. You do.
Yes. Well, I've earned them.
You definitely have earned them. All right. So, okay.
Modest as you are, Ricky. Modest, you're so modest.
All All right. So let's see. I'm going to do a quick time check. Okay. So I'm going to move things just slightly forward. So you guys make your way into the lodge. And this one is much like in the same manner as the lodge that you just left. The lights are flickering, except down here, look, there was definitely a party going on when everything went south. There is a DJ table up there where a record is just spinning and skipping, and it's got this doom, doom, doom kind of beat going on that is, adding to the eeriness of this all. But you're able to navigate your way successfully to the freezer and open up the freezer door. And in there are Lane and Beth, who are actually starting to now cuddle for warmth. Laurel is in here as well. And Ricky's mom is in here as well. And she pushes past everyone as she stiff-leggedly, because she started to freeze, because nobody is going to cuddle with her for warmth. And she stiff legs her way out to give Ricky a hug. Ricky, oh my gosh, you came, you made it, thank you. Oh, you saved me. It was getting really cold in there, Ricky.
Well, luckily I have this extra big coat for us now. And he awkwardly will start wrapping her up in it, but it won't fit all the way around them now. But that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna canoodle.
They're canoodling there, and they start to get warm. And Charles, you see Laurel in there, and he's like, the crystal rocks.
Oh, Charles is already kneeling, scooping crystal rock up with the empty pickle jar from earlier.
Roy and Monique, what do you? And so you see both Lane and Beth kind of break their cold grips on each other as the two of you, as the door opens and they see you, and they just kind of look awkwardly at the two of you.
Roy looks over at Monique and says, "You better get control of your wiener, man."
And he's like, surprise, I'm back.
And Monique is, she is mad that he is with this Beth. Everyone is taking out Beth. Why Beth? What is the thing about Beth? So then Monique said, maybe I should take out Beth. I don't know. What should I? I don't know. Should I go out with Beth? Is this what it's come down to? French. I don't know.
Beth leaves Lane's side and goes up to you, Roy, and she says, it was just really cold. It was just really cold.
It's still really
Okay.
cold.
And Lane looks at you, Monique, and he says, no, I don't think you need to go out with Beth. I think that it's probably not a real good idea. She's a little cold as you as the eight of you make your way out of the freezer, and you're starting to warm up and get some better temperatures. You hear a sound from like down below, and it sounds like an actual person's scream, and you're drawn to it, and you go running down. It actually leads down into the basement area of the lodge, and you're kind of making your way into through there. And of course, again, it's very, very bad lighting in here, so it's like very creepy as the eight of you are pushing forward through there. But eventually you find a spot where there is a door slightly ajar, and there's some light pouring out of it. And what would you like to do?
I think we got to find something. I think that Ricky is going to find a axe, and he's going to get his mom warmed up because she's not feeling good with her stiff legs. So he's going to look for like an axe that's behind glass, and he's going to use Roy's hand to break the glass. So he'll take his hand and smash it. And he'll take the axe out of the glass, and he'll go downstairs, and having absolutely no idea how to use an axe, he'll hand it to Roy.
So smash the glass, then I look over and you're handing me an axe. What are we doing here?
Well, you have to get the axe under that door and make sure that it becomes unlocked.
It's not how you unlock a door.
Then that's what you'll have to do with the axe. However you unlock a door. Maybe it's not even locked.
I walk over to the door and check it.
Yeah.
You know what? We'll actually say that it is locked.
Uh-huh. Well, Roy, now what do you say?
I'll use the axe to unlock the door.
All right. So Roy starts hammering on this door, and it takes you about a good 4 or 5 swings, but you eventually bust the lock off the door, and you open the door, and as you're doing this, the other 4, so Beth, Lane, Ricky's mom, and Laurel have all kind of hung back because they're just, actually all kind of stiff and cold. The door opens up, and there's what looks to be like a probably a preteen boy. And Monique, you kind of recognize him. You're not really sure exactly. You've seen his face before, but you're not entirely sure. And it dawns on you suddenly that it's Badger. It's Lane's younger brother. And he's kind of sitting there, and he's got like a little bit of a mischievous look on his face, and he goes, hi, and around him on there, it's almost like a converted storage room that he's in, and there is a workbench in front of him that has test tubes and glass tubing everywhere, and there's smoke and things coming out of here. It almost looks very much like a mad scientist chemistry kit of sorts. And he kind of looks to the 4 of you, and he says, I figured out how to make them, but I don't know how to unmake them.
All right. Roy turns and says, somebody know this brat?
And I say, this is you do not play with the chemicals. You don't do this. You have to remember, Badger, what did you do? Did you make this all happen? What do we do now?
He holds up a little thing that says, make your own mail order zombies. And he says, yeah, they didn't have the things to undo it.
Mm-hmm. And Ricky would say reanimating human life is not cool.
Well, it was kind of cool when I did it and saw everybody, but then I realized what a problem it was, because there was a lot more. I made it, and I thought it'd be funny to put it in the snow machines, and it started to spread everywhere. And then and then it kind of happened, and there was a lot more than I expected.
Well, you've upset Mother. You must not upset Mother. She can't even walk.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Well, little cowpoke, I can tell you one thing for certain, and that is that the snow machine seems to do a really good job of unmaking zombies too if you push them in.
Ooh, cool.
That is the idea. I think that Charles has an idea. We could use this. We could use this chop off these zombies, and then they would disappear.
Yeah, but how do we get to the machines?
How do we get to the machines?
How do we get them, the zombies, to be led to one machine? Even Ricky would ask that.
Charles, make me a smarts roll. Or Charles, make me a notice roll instead. As Ricky asked that question.
Probably Benny that.
Okay.
One more. Or hold on,
right.
no, we just got a couple.
You did just, yep, go ahead. You got 2 left, so you're good. Oh, there you go.
I'm so smart, y'all.
So Charles, you're kind of drawn to this chemistry set and all these chemicals and compounds that are there. And as you're looking over it, you get the thought in your head that you might be able to figure out how to possibly craft an anti-zombie dote, basically. And then Monique mentions the snow machines or the snowmakers, and that maybe you might be able to use that as a distribution method.
I may have a solution. It's time to make some drugs.
We don't have time for that.
This is a good type of drug. This is a drug that we need to have because it's a drug that's going to cure the zombies. Doy.
Zombie drug?
Yeah,
We drug the zombies?
we are gonna drug the zombies, but it's gonna be like a cure for them. We're gonna get them high on humanity.
It just might work, but we're all gonna have to work together to like make this stuff, and Mother's tired.
Yes, I'm tired, Ricky. Get me home. My knees, my arthritis are really starting to bother me. You know,
Right.
Beth, my car is just like right outside. We could probably just get out of here. We don't really need to. Badger, he'll be fine. You know, we could. Or I'm sorry, not Beth. Monique, we could just go. He's not saying Beth.
Mhm.
Yeah. Whew. Okay. Sorry. Whew. All right. Yes. So but you can all help Charles if you want to assist him, if you'd like. Absolutely. As
You can
Charles,
do it.
go ahead.
I'm behind him.
How would you like to support Charles in his efforts to make the anti-zombie drug?
Well, part of Charles's mixture is ski wax. So we all have to shave off ski wax and make a big pile of it.
Okay. Excellent. All right. Yeah. So Ricky starts shaving off some ski wax. All right. Ricky, make me a notice roll to see how much wax you could kind of get your hands on.
Oh, okay. A notice roll?
Yes.
Oh,
Because there may be a bunch of additional stored skis down here.
okay. So D. Oh, it's a big one. Sorry.
Oh yeah, you're able to get a pretty decent amount. So yeah, Ricky, you go and you start gathering up skis and just start shaving wax into this bowl that Charles sets aside. Charles, that'll give you a +1 to the roll that you'll eventually make. How would the other two of you like to support Charles in this effort?
Can I repair it? Can I put it together? Take the wax and
Mix it.
Oh, to like mix? Yeah, sure, you can do that. I'll let's see, how would we?
repair it, put it together, you know.
Oh, yeah. Okay. For like
For like the distribution.
Yeah, to kind of help jury rig some of the equipment together. I like that idea a lot. Yeah, so make that repair roll.
Jerry rig it, how you say.
Yes. Yes, Jerry rig.
With French fries.
Yeah.
With a +2 on that, that's a 7. That's a success. So yeah, that's going to give you an additional +1, Charles, as Monique starts to kind of rearrange some of the equipment to better accommodate your soon-to-be efforts. Nicely done. And Roy, how would you like to?
Obviously there's going to have to be he's going to have to raise this whole concoction to a certain temperature, and the small Bunsen burners he's got isn't really gonna hack it. So what Roy's going to do is he's going to take his hat off so his hair's in perfect coiffed position. He's going to strip down to a bare chest, and he's going to use that axe to chop up a bunch of the furniture and everything into kindling, so that way we can get a big fire going, so we can really cook this.
Nice.
For a bunch of it. I mean, if it was just little, you wouldn't need as much. So.
All right. So you figuring that's probably a strength roll, maybe?
Yeah, but I'm going to use my hair-powered badassery to boost that. So that's a vigor check, which my vigor is a D6.
Wow, Roy, this is your second half, man.
I'm telling you, it's the hair.
It is the hair.
So that vigor check on a success gives me a +2. Give me a +2. That was success is that's what, 3 raises? Or is it
12 would be 2 raises,
12?
and then 16 would be 3.
Gotcha. So so 2 raises, so I get a +6 to this roll for breaking up firewood to assist.
Nice. So
which
make
is-
that strength roll.
Strength roll is a D8. Okay. +6 to this. Oh, well, good thing I got a
A
plus
9,
6.
but that's the +6 makes it a 9, so that's a success with a raise, which is going to give Charles an additional +2. So, yeah, so Ricky's shaving wax into this bowl that's set out there, and then Monique is using some of that wax as it melts under the initial fire to help construct some additional tubes for Charles. And then Roy just continues to keep chopping wood, adding it onto the fire. And as Roy's chopping that wood, Lane and Ricky's mom and Laurel and Beth are all out there, and Lane is like trying to get everybody out to safety, but Beth's like, she looks over at Roy. She goes, and then looks back at Lane. I'm just going to stay here. I think I'll be just fine right here. As her eyes kind of gloss over as she's staring at Lane's or at Roy's chiseled, now sweaty body as he's continuing to chop wood. And as the fire grows, Ricky's mom moves in and kind of pushes her way through and gets to the warmth of the fire as it's growing. And Charles, you are suddenly find yourself in your element to actually make some potentially life-saving drugs. So make me that science roll, and I believe you get a total of a +4 on this.
Yes. Oh,
Nice.
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 8 + 4 is 12, a success with 2 raises. So Charles, how do you conduct this symphony of assistance as you make this drugs? What does this look like?
Let's see. Well, first thing Charles does is he sits down and he thinks, what do we need in this drug? What will help people? And so he takes out his bottle of nail polish remover. He's like, I need shavings from the skis. Ricky, can you handle that? And then he's like, okay, what else do we need? And he's sprinkling oregano and other concoction in there. And he's like, I need to cook this somehow. I need a fire. Roy, can you get me a fire? And he's like, okay, what else? We have it cooking. We just need to set up a better way to distribute it. Monique, this is where you shine.
All right. What do I do?
Need you to help me set up a better distribution method. I need you to help me set up all of the snow machines so that we can make sure that everybody gets access to this stuff. Go.
We put it in the machine and then
Yes,
it out.
exactly.
All
You
over.
Beautiful Einstein.
Merci, buckets.
He's just so invested in this. He's so focused in. He's like in a sense of flow after a little while.
Yeah, and as we see kind of Charles, his arms are going as he's sprinkling in these ingredients, and Laurel comes up and squirts in a few things with lighter fluid in there as well as you're going. And it's almost like this, we get these violins and these swirls of the strings as we see his arms kind of going back and forth as he makes this. And what bit by bit, the chemicals start to go through this tube and out this series of tubes that Monique has set up and into the snow makers. And it sprays out in this multicolored sort of thing. This is just a spray of frozen particles, and it begins to kind of sprinkle and fall on everybody else who's still out here partying. Or no, they're not partying anymore, but everyone else who's at the lodge here. And bit by bit, it starts to fall onto the faces and the bodies of the zombies that are still kind of roaming around the grounds. And over the course of several minutes, this frozen mist kind of coats them, and they slowly begin to twitch once again, but their faces begin to fill back out and their mouths close, and the guttural sounds and hisses disappear from their throats as they kind of shake off this whatever was affecting them that Badger had made, and they slowly begin to turn back to normal. And how do we what is the as the four of you, or the eight of you, I guess, emerge out of the lodge and seeing the handiwork that you've all done, what does the end shot look like for each one of you as the camera begins to pull out?
Well, Ricky just walks off with his mom, who's still limping somewhat, but then sees that girl, the little blonde girl that he thinks his mom killed a long time ago. And turns out maybe she did kill her, but now she's all fixed because of this thing that Charles has made, which is so magical. It's brought her back to life. And so they once again walk off together as Ricky's mom says, Ricky, Ricky.
And okay, excellent. That's perfect. Love it. All right. What about you, Roy? What does it look like?
All right, so he steps out and all this like rainbow spray is going through, and he just kind of walks through it, and like the mist as it's starting to settle down, and then he turns back around and holds his hand out to Beth, and he just kind of, as Ricky and the blonde girl kind of walk away, he just kind of looks back at the lodge, looks at Beth, and says, "I don't think I want to ski anymore."
Ooh. Oh.
And his shirt is still off, right?
Of course.
Oh, of
Yeah.
course. Yeah.
So he's got rainbow drizzle
imagine.
going down and everything. Yes.
Yeah, with the rainbow glistening on there, it must just look spectacular.
That's right.
Yeah. Monique, what does the end shot look like for Monique as she comes out of the lodge?
So Monique is very very shy. She looks over to Lane. Lane is there and he's looking a little sheepish, and she's like, "It is all right. I understand you were not snuggling in the freezer. It is okay. We will be always more than friends." And then I said, "But I do want to tell you that wherever you go to college, we are afterwards going to move to a ski resort, and I am going to get into the snowmobile business. And we are going to have a family and live on a mountain and raise our children to ski and snowmobile, and I will make fixing the snowmobiles on the mountains."
Nice.
Nice.
That is all.
And he just mutters the word children. Yeah. And then Charles, so you come out last, and you see everything has returned to normal, and it looks like, as everyone else is kind of walking off and doing their things, and what does it look like for Charles in the end here?
Charles walks outside with Laurel, and he takes out the jar that he filled with the ice crystals, but it's all melted now. But he still tips it back, and he snorts some up, and he offers the jar to Laurel, and he's like, "We did really good work here today." And then he stops and pauses for a second, and he looks over at like the bloody mess from where the zombies got pushed into the snow machine, and he's like, "Wait a minute, who did we kill?" And then it cuts.
Nice. Yeah, and then the after you say that, "Who did we kill?" then the camera just kind of pulls out, and we see kind of things, activity beginning to reemerge from with the festival as it just kind of disappears, and people get smaller and smaller, and eventually kind of turns towards the nighttime sky. And that is where we will end things for Better Off Undead.
Oh, we made
So yeah, so nice job, everybody. You guys did fantastic, and you really did. You really did great. It was fun. Before we do things, let's do the last giveaway.
Yes.
And then we can we'll do some thank yous, and then we'll say goodnight.
Oh, wow.
What are we rolling, Eric?
Roll me 2D 8.
2D8. Let me take off the explosion here. We got a 7.
All right. 7 from my view is Greyhawk Mike.
Greyhawk Mike, congratulations there, sir. You've just won yourself a $25 PEG inc.com Pinnacle Entertainment Group gift certificate. So nicely done. Good job, ma'am. So So yeah, we'll get in touch with you and get you the code for that as well. A couple of thank yous. Thank you to Carl Kiesler, who made the character sheets that you guys used tonight. So make everything nice and clear and easy to read.
Yep.
Thank you
Thank you,
to,
Carl.
yeah, they were very, very well done. Thank you to Bailey Hussey. My daughter, she edited the intro that we used at the beginning of the show.
Thanks.
So, yeah.
Merci.
And thank you to everybody who donated. We really, really, really appreciate that. You guys did some real good tonight, and I appreciate that.
That's so important.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
It's so important.
Yeah, we
So great they did. That's
We will round it up. So we on our end. So we raised $300 for Toys for Tots.
Wow, that's fantastic, man. I
and
think
you
that's
can,
just
and we'll still, contribute too afterwards.
Yes,
too.
yes. So if you're watching this in the VOD afterwards, the donation link is going to stay live for a while. So by all means, please, if you feel that if your spirit moves you to donate, by all means donate. That's fantastic. And thank you, Diane and Savage, really, for doing this. I cannot thank you guys enough for showing up and saying yes to just a random idea from someone that you don't know or didn't know, who wanted to do something crazy like this. So I really appreciate that.
You bet. And you guys are Maddie and Eric and Chris. Thank you so much because we've never done that before, and it was terrifying. But thank you for getting us through it. I really appreciate it. It was really fun. And I hope, I'm glad we raised some money for Toys for Tots because everything in 2020 sucks. So you know that the Christmas is going to be rough. So
Exactly.
glad we could help.
Yeah, no, and I'm glad. Yes, and I'm glad that you participated, and I'm also glad that you let me mess around in your world, Savage. So that's
Oh, good. A really cool story. I really enjoyed that. Thank you.
excellent. So, okay, everybody. Thank you very much. And I think that was about it, right, Eric? I don't think we
That's
have
it.
anything else.
Yep,
So,
that's it.
yeah, thanks for watching. Those of you who stuck around, and we
Merci
will.
Buckets audience. Thank you for coming, and wherever you are, wherever you've been, just thank you so much for joining us. It meant a lot to me, and I'm sure Savage as well, like all of us.
Yeah.
We love this film. We love it always, even to this day. And I just want to say thank you guys for making this happen and caring enough about the film to make this event even something we're doing in 2020 from 1985.
Cool. Thank you.
Yeah. No, you're 100% correct. That's amazing. And just it's even I've watched it again just in preparation for this, and it was still like fun to watch. You see things that you didn't see the previous time you watched, and it's something that it didn't get old. It's fantastic. So and
Pass
yes,
it on to other people out there who've seen it. Tell other people about it. Spread the word if you like the film.
Please do, and point them towards this stream as well after the fact. I almost forgot. First of all, keep an eye out for Diane's book. Don't forget to follow her. Diane, what is your Twitter handle again, or your social media handles again?
Sure, it's Diane Franklin 80 on Twitter, and then Instagram it's actress Diane Franklin, and then on Facebook. There's a lot of them. My regular Facebook is full, but then I have another one which has 2 black and white photos, and that's it's under group, but that's also me too. But just any Diane Franklin thing, I will spread it. If you see it on Facebook, I will put it anywhere. So just join any Diane Franklin Facebook, and I'll find you and let you know when my book is coming out next year.
Perfect. Awesome. Savage, are you on social media at all?
No, I don't have any friends, so I literally don't have any friends. No, I know you are my friend. No, but I really don't do social media very much, so or at all. So no, I don't.
Awesome. That's okay, man. Maddie, where can people find you?
Yes, you can find me on Twitter at Lazy Goddess, but it's spelled incorrectly. It's spelled Layz Goddess. I should have picked a better name for it.
I kind of like that. It's kind of cool.
I like it.
And Eric?
You can find me at Gamers Table is for anything that Gamers Table is doing on Twitter. You can find it there. We have a Facebook page, so just Facebook /Gamers Table. Me personally, I have my own Twitter, which is at Bozshulun, BOZSHULUN. So either one of those two, and we also have a Discord channel for Gamers Table, which is in the links to on our page, on our Twitter or on Twitch page. You can always go there, and we're always on there. A lot of us are on there chatting pretty much every day. So.
Just really fast, are you guys going to do something like this again next week? Like, do you just do another one?
We do weekly. We have shows on this channel every Tuesday. Well, every other Tuesday. We got another one. Essentially, it's going to be every Tuesdays, and then just periodically, as people like Chris or some of our other friends decide they want to run a game to showcase, then we'll just do it then.
Oh, good. I just want to keep up with you guys because you're awesome.
Thank you.
And then just me, I mostly hang out on the Twitters, and I am at the Hussman, TheHussman. That's where you'll find me the most. And there you can find links to the Actual Play podcast that I do on my own and other stuff that is going on with me. So anybody else? Am I forgetting anything? Anybody else got anything? Last things I want to say?
You're just great. You guys are great.
Yeah.
So are you. So right back at you. So again, thank you very much, everybody who hung out. I just really friggin' appreciate it. It's just awesome. So have a great rest of your weekend. Have a happy Thanksgiving. Stay safe. And have a, if you celebrate Christmas, have a good Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Bye, guys.
Bye.